Hey, everyone, how's it
Hi.
going?
みんな
Hey,
ようこそ。
yo, Andy's making psychedelic. That is one of the that's one of the ingredients in it, isn't it? Absinthe.
何
Yomogi,
あ、
wormwood.
はい、
Yeah,
そうです。
that is one of the ingredients. You guys might have noticed the picture here. People are talking about it in chat. I'm picking yomogi, which is wormwood or mugwort. It's all over the place here, just growing wild
そ
everywhere.
う。あ、雑草って何？グローイング
A
ワイル
weed.
ド？
It's a it's
あ、そうです
a
ね。
wild
はい。
weed. And Yuki, we went to a park the other day, and Yuki found a bunch that looked very fresh,
うん。
and just started picking it. And at the time, I was very like, But she picked a bunch, and she boiled it and stuff and made mochi out of it. So there's like yomogi mochi. You'll see like green mochi sometimes. It's not always made from yomogi, I think. There's some green ones. It's always yomogi. Okay. So the green mochi is always yomogi. And she made that, and it was really good. And so two weird things happened immediately after that. First, I slept really good. Like, we had some of the yomogi sort of late in the evening at like 9 o'clock of the mochi. And I slept better than I'd slept in like ages. And my watch said so too. It was like lots of deep sleep. And also, I have a lot of like random pain. And like after walking for 60 days straight once while I was in Spain, my legs, I got restless leg syndrome from that, just from doing too much. So I'm always like, I always need to move. Like if I'm reading a book, I'm like always moving. And I wasn't. I was reading a book and I was just like completely still. And I was like, this is weird. I don't remember this. So I looked it up and it turns out yomogi has like pain-killing anti-inflammatory effects, and it's like great for digestion, and it kills like parasites and stuff. It's like amazing. So yesterday we went yomogi picking. So this is me really happy picking yomogi and talking, and Yuki's hard at work. She's not angry. She's just working hard making mochi. And you're too young for that. It is what it is. It's what it is. I've had that since I was like 20, 24, 23, because I was just walking, and like day 25, I was at the hostel place we were staying, signing up, and I looked down at my legs, and they were just like, looked like there were worms inside of them. They were just like broiling. I don't know. They were moving really fast. My calves. It's like, what the heck is going on? And the guy at the hostel was like, "Oh yeah, that happens to lots of people that walk this route." It's like, okay, that's what happens when you don't exercise for years and then just start walking 20 to 30 kilometers a day. Man, I need that. I have had restless leg syndrome for more than 50 years. Yeah, it's shockingly, like, it works really good. And unlike things like ibuprofen and regular medicines, it's just like a natural leaf. So there's not like, it's actually good for your digestion, unlike like painkillers, which are really, really bad for it. So I was shocked how good it worked. I was like, wait a second, where's that pain I had in my shoulder all day? It's gone. What the heck? It's really weird. We're going yomogi picking today too. How did you prepare? Yuki, help us out.
ああ、to make 団子は、その I have to make よもぎペーストだよね。
Oh yeah, so to make the, well, she said in English.
そうだよ。
I'm so used to translating for her.
よも
That's
ぎ
fine.
ペーストを作るんですよ。
Oh, yeah,
まずね。
English is okay too. I just didn't
ま
realize
ず
it.
カタカナライズドイングリッシュ
I was about to translate and I was like, wait, this just said that in English.
そうそう。
Okay. はい。いいよ。英語でも。
そう、まずね、団子を作るから、その団子に入れるペーストをね、作るのね、よもぎで。
Right, which is what she just said in English a minute ago.
はい。で、よもぎを、レシピは1リットルの、お湯、ボイリングウォーターに、
1 liter of boiling water.
に、ティースプーン1杯の、重曹だと思う。
Baking and then so in 1 liter of water, 1 teaspoon of baking soda.
そう。
You put that in, and then you boil the yomogi in
う
that
ん、そう
bunch of
ス
that
テムがちょっと柔らかくなるまでね。
until the stems become pretty soft,
うん、
and that pulls out all the bad flavor and the sort of poisonous bits.
ポイズンはないんだけど、まあそうそう、
Well,
そんな感じ。
it can
ストロング
a
なん
lot of
か
strong stuff in it, and that pulls out all that.
そう、それで、まあ、ちょっと色がね出ますから
A lot of color comes out of it.
色
Yeah.
が出ますから少々洗ってね水で。
So then you wash the yomogi a little bit after you boil it. And
そうでそうするとなんかスピニチのさなんか丸めたなんか茹でたやつみたいな
yeah,
の出来上が
it
るの
looks like a ball of spinach that you just boiled. Yeah,
う
when
ん
you're
で
finished.
それをねちょっとカットすんの
Then you cut that up.
でそれを団子の粉にね混ぜるだけです。
And then you just mix that together with the powder that is used to make dango.
うん
And you've got you've got yomogi dango. It'll
So-
wreck your tummy. Yeah. If you eat it without doing the boiling thing that she does, if you don't pull out they call it aku, but I can't remember what that is in English. It's just like the bad parts of it. If you don't do that, it can wreck your stomach. Yeah. But if you do that, it can be really good for your stomach. So it's very interesting.
なんて言うんだっけそれスカームじゃなくてなんかそんなものだよね。なんかそんなもの料理の
Aku-nuki.
そうそう料理に入ってるものだよね。
Aku o nuku. I wonder if that'll come out in the dictionary. Probably not.
アクがねカタカナだと思うんですよ。アクってこれだ。なんていうのこういうの。
It just says alkaline taste, astringency, harsh taste, bitter taste, scum. That's on soup and stuff, but that's not quite what you're getting out of the yomogi. I think it's just a harsh taste,
それだ。
bitter taste.
うん
But I think there is like a little bit of poison type. It could be considered like a.
まあそんなことはない。まあ
What I
イー
looked
ティ
up
ング
was
トゥーマッチは良くないんですよ。
because there's bad stuff in it. But you pull that out with the boiling mostly. Anyway, yeah. So that's what's happening over here.
そうね他の国に団子の粉があるかな。団子の粉、なんか私たちはスーパーでさ
in the
団子を
States,
作る
irritant, yeah.
タピオカの粉とかあるかな。
It might be like tapioca kona. Yeah, you might have a hard time finding dango powder to make dango, that type of mochi in the States, she was saying. You could always order it online, I'm sure. I'm sure there's someplace on it. Can you make tea out of yomogi? It kind of sounds like it has about the same effects as chrysanthemum, which can be made into a tea.
あ、そうそう。でもね、
Probably.
クリセンティマムとの匂いがね、結構するよね。でもクリセンティマムとマグワイトは違うものだよね。
もちろん、この人は聞いてるのは、
はい、
お茶作れるかどうか。
あ、作れます。
You can make tea from it, apparently.
そう。でもそういうのはどうすんのかな。
But she's not sure how.
スチームかな。
I don't know.
蒸すのかな。
乾かす？
乾かす。
We're not sure how you would make tea, but there is such a thing as yomogi tea. It exists, but I'm not sure how to get it, how to make it. Anyway.
よもぎを摘むも OK ですし、よもぎを取るも OK です。
Tsumu or toru is okay. Karu is mostly for hunting.
まあね、
animals,
もうこうやって狙ってこう
こ
うやって取るんだったら
if you're aiming for it and hunting it like we were yesterday, I suppose. I know a bit off topic, but have you all seen Shogun? Really beautiful show. I have not. I've heard really good things about it though. Tapioca is expensive here now, $7 or $8 for a little box. Used to be much cheaper. Oof. Wow. Yeah, mochiko, the stuff you use to make mochi. もちこで言うよね。もちこ。
あ、それなんか全然違う人。あ、こういう感じですよね。もちことか。
If we were to look at the prices. これ？違う。
もちプラス粉にしないと。
あ、そうだね。粉。これか。
これですね。
It's about $4 to $5 to get it here. If we take a look at the, let's see if I can pull this up. I'll go with this one. Looks like, yeah, like $4-ish, $4 to $5. Even $2, you can get some of it here.
そうだけどね、250g あるってことは30個ぐらいできちゃうよ。餅が。
How much?
30個
How many can you make 30 from?
250g.
You can make like 30 dangos, little, because they're little. Just one bites from 250 grams. Thank you so much, Jeeve. Appreciate that. Welcome to the
ありがとうございます。
Super Senpuki.
ね
Let us know if there's anything you'd like Yuki to
本
draw
当
for
だ
you.
よ。
She could do Jeeve in kanji, or she could do a
Jeeve
picture for you.
何回もや
Anything.
った
So
もんね。
you've done Jeeve before, I believe.
う
But
ん。
if you have like a picture request or a different name, let us know.
ありがとうございます。
mochi.
ねみんななんだっけモンスターハンターやってるよね。餅なん
Not
か
everyone,
餅
but people
作
who are doing Monster Hunter, yeah.
ね
The Monster Hunter Rise, you make a lot of mochi.
みんなダイジェスチョンとペインをねキラーしてたんですよね。
Yes, if there's Yomogi in it, yeah.
うんそう
There are a
そう
lot of green ones in there, for sure. Speaking of games, today, we may later on in the stream play a new game, a different game, that I've been waiting for about 5 years. It finally came out recently, so we might give that a little play later on in the stream, but we'll see. I think I would have a harder time switching to metric than I would switching to Japanese language. You'd be surprised how quickly you get used to it, because I have a hard time switching back to the American, like feet, inches, cups, gallons, because metric is so like logical. It's just 100 and then 10 times that and 10 times that. Like it's so easy. Metric is so easy when you get used to it that like it pains me going back to miles and all that. It's so much more logical, metric. And I know that's like as an American, that's blasphemy, but it was so easy to get used to. I thought it would be confusing as well, but it took me like 2 months, and I was like, oh, why don't we use this? You drew many things for me already. I just appreciate the videos. Thank you so much, Jeeve. Appreciate that. Can anybody tell how to say water boils and vegetables boiling inside of boiling water? Ooh. Just boiling water is wakasu. And then water boils, not to boil water, would be waku, I believe. And boiling vegetables in water would be yuderu.
そうですね。
Yuderu. So if someone could type that in chat, we'll go with waku. Waku is to boil. Waku, no, is be boiling, I guess.
そうだね。
Be boiling. Boils. What would be the intransitive English for boil? Anyway, wakasu is to actively boil. To boil some water. And then yuderu, boil something in water. There we go.
それ
Keyboard talk.
です。
Yeah. This is my upstairs keyboard, and it's a bit clicky. Let's see. We'll put the keyboard there. Oh, the mic keeps moving. Sounds nice, eh? I like my one downstairs better, but anyway. I boil water, the water boils. Yes, indeed. It's funny because people, when they think about it, Japanese saying like to boil stuff is a little bit weird, because like you don't say that you boil water. You say that you boiled water.
そうですね。
Okay.
お湯は boiled water.
Right. So you actually cannot say 水を沸かす. You do not say that. Boop, boop. I'll pop that up in chat. That is not what you say. You don't say I boil water. You say お湯を沸かす. You boiled water, which is like, wait, OU is already boiled water, or it's hot water at least. So why would you boil the boiled water? Yeah, like showering a shower. Yeah, it's a little weird. What keyboard do you use, and why are you so fast at switching from US to JP IME? Because my whole life is switching between English and Japanese on a keyboard. That's like my life. Like all I do is write scripts in Japanese and English. So switching back is absolutely necessary. What's weird is because I'm mostly using Mac. So if I'm using a keyboard for Mac, it's Alt spacebar to switch languages. And then when I'm on the actual laptop keyboard, there's just one button. And then on Windows IME, it's Alt Tab to switch, and also Alt tilde to switch between the English and hiragana characters. So like when I switch between computers, remembering to do that is very hard. I keep hitting Alt-Shift and it brings up the search for Windows. But yeah, get used to it. Playing any games? Yes, we'll be playing a game maybe later in the stream. I can't go back to Japanese keyboards. Yeah, for real. Alt-Shift is easy to change keyboard on Windows. I tried to change it to Alt-Shift on Windows, but I couldn't find a place to do it. Or Alt-Space. Yeah, Alt-Shift is what it used to be. I think Alt-Shift is on... Oh, no, I can do it Alt-Shift here. Oh, no, okay, yeah, it's not Alt-Tab. Alt-Shift is what I meant on Windows. And then Alt-tilde to switch between the characters on that. But I like Alt-Space better.
そうだったんだね。
Nani? I had to switch it. I had to switch it to something different on Yuki's old keyboard because it didn't have a tilde key, I believe. So I had yours as a Shift Tab, I think, or something like that. I can't remember.
そうそう。わかんないけど、なんかね、たまにこの横っちょをやる。
Yeah, she didn't know what it was, but she just got used to it. Is there a way you could remanage the price of the Patreon for certain countries? I was really considering subscribe to it, but the price kind of discouraged me because it's 5 times more expensive in Brazil from USD. Yeah, well, for starters, the Patreon is dead. So the Patreon you don't want to go near. The website, I don't have a way to automatically switch over pricing. Like I could try to figure out how to like create separate offers, but I'm not good enough at web programming to like set it up so that just people in Brazil will get that deal. Like they would all have to show up on the same page, which would be a mess, and then anyone could choose either one. So I'm just not sure how I would approach it. I would like to do more country-specific pricing, just because I know that it's cost prohibitive to people in certain countries, of course. I just don't know the logistics behind it. And also, accepting... It would also have to be like different currencies, and dealing with different currencies gets weird as well. So there's all kinds of laws, and there's all kinds of tax laws, and there's all kinds of weird stuff that I have to be careful of, especially since we're a company now. So it's not something I can just like do like that, but it is something I'd like to consider in the future. My caps lock key switches languages. Okay, that's nice. I guess you never really need cap locks that much anymore. I know some game developers do have different prices based on location. Yes, for sure. I know the Wagotabi game that we've been playing on stream is going to have country-specific pricing. Yeah, the spacebar on most Japanese keyboards are so tiny. The one on what the heck did I just press? On the MacBook Pro, I do not mind the Japanese keyboard for some reason. I'm not sure why, but every other one I hate. 日本で書くの技術は大事ですか? まあ, yes, a bit, but
それって私みたいなやつってこと？
I think they're just saying writing at all. I think what Rin wants to say is it important to learn how to write for in Japan for people? Everyone learns how to write. Most people forget. You don't have to write too much anymore in modern Japan.
でもまだまだ紙を使っていますので。
But yes, there's a million places using paper, and also you have to fill out forms for everything all the time. So it is important to learn how to write if you're going to live here. I feel like. A lot of people disagree, but I feel like most of those people who are disagreeing are spending most of their life in English and having other people do all of their administrative stuff for them. Nothing can defeat the note and paper method forever. I agree. I've switched to like journaling, not so much journaling, but like using paper to take notes and keep track of like goals and stuff for the month and all kinds of stuff like that. And paper is really nice. It's really hard to get the same experience with a computer. I want notes and stuff to work on a computer, but it's just never the same. I have a thing against using cap locks for hotkeys because it turns on the little light. That's a good reason. Just make sure that you're basing people's pricing off of their payment method details and not on their IP address because, yeah, of course, that's another thing. Al-Sabi. I'm not that good at programming to figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's a way. And where there's a will, there's a way. It's just that I barely have time to do what I'm doing now, so.
でも5 times
そう
more
そうそう。
expensive はさちょっとやばいよね。
そうそうそう。It is very cost
う
prohibitive.
ん
Was just thinking the same thing. I know the Steam is really flexible about different country prices, but most developers just set it automatically. Yeah. Some platforms will have that built in. Tomoe River plus fountain pen equals life. Ooh. How to say extend. Hirogeru is to widen. So it's like to open something up like this. So it's like to open a flat, wide object like this.
うん
Nobasu is probably what you want to say.
エク
Nobasu.
ステンドね伸ばすだと思う私も。
Nobasu is probably what you want. Nobasu to make it longer. Nobiru is just something that you don't do it. It's intransitive. So the thing is, it gets longer. So like you're holding a piece of cheese and the cheese just like drips down like this. That's nobiru. If you were to pull the cheese across like this, then that would be nobas. That's the difference between transitive and intransitive. I take notes a lot on iPad with Apple Pencil. I use Apple Pencil quite a bit, but I don't know. There's just something different about it. I don't know why. I want to like it more, but it's just not as convenient. It's more like width. I manage devs at an e-commerce company. We also struggle to deal with multiple currencies, so don't feel too bad. No, I mean, I don't feel bad that I don't know how to do it. For sure. I feel bad that I can't make it easier for people all over the world, but it is what it is for now. When you're using pen, the nerve remembers the words automatically. You used to remember quickly. There is a lot of studies, showing that actually writing things helps with memory a lot. And the studies have mostly been done on like Chinese kids learning Chinese characters, kanji. So it's like there's basically proof in studies all over the place that suggests that writing kanji helps you remember them. So speaking of which, today's video, what do you guys think? It's a little bit different for a normal ToKini Andy video.
そう、very chill だったよね。
Very chill, yeah. What did you think, Yuki?
いやー、ちょっと恥ずかしい。
She was embarrassed. What did you think about the
恥ずかしい
the video in
です。
general if you hadn't
ちょっ
created
と
it?
自信ないです。
If
厳しい言葉をいただけますと嬉しいです。
she could receive some criticism from you guys, she'd be happy. I think the video as an idea was great. I'm glad that Dan brought it up for us. We were only going to do a video similar to that for the calligraphy for the kanji, but I'm glad we did it for the hiragana. Oh, lots popping up. More melty cheese teaching tools, please.
ね、溶けるとかやる？チーズで。
Beautiful video, says it Nimitsu the fish. It was nice and relaxing, says Happy Bell.
ありがとうございます。
I would enjoy more similar content, says Minami. There will be a kanji one coming out soon. So good though, Yuki says, come to Japan, Dan. I started talking to online Japanese,
ありがと
taking
うござ
online
い
Japanese
ま
class,
す。
and I do choose to write my homework by hand for that reason. I find the act of writing helps you remember. 100%. Loved Yuki's calligraphy, said Stargumi.
あり
I
がとう
liked
ご
it.
ざいま
Yuki's
す。
calligraphy is amazing and soothing to watch. One of the most beautiful foo I've seen. I agree. Her foo is amazing.
ありがと
I love chill vibes videos. I listen to that kind of stuff at work all the time. Also, my writing is terrible. I will be for sure use it to practice. Nice. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Seems like the kind of thing someone could put on in the background to sort of absorb it. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, kanji one would be awesome. That is coming soon.
う。ね、
Was that Yuki's
書き
handwriting?
直したいよ
It
感
was
じ。
100% Yuki's handwriting. Yeah.
はい。
I'm literally cutting up the kanji chill video now. Woohoo! I liked it with Hira and Kata together, and we'll work on it that way from now on. Yeah, I 100% think that doing them both next to each other, just like Dan said with the capital and little letters, and thinking of it that way is great. We need a 10-hour loop of this video. My computer would burn up. Although I suppose I could just take like the finished video and then like put a bunch of those together on the timeline in DaVinci Resolve and render that. That might not be as heavy as actually. It took 40 minutes on like a brand new M3 MacBook Pro to render that video. It's 4K and the calligraphy videos are massive.
ありがとうございます。
Studies has found that lo-fi music helps with studying. Interesting. Yuki could do professional signage. I agree.
い
And
や、
so
それはね、いろいろね、修行しなくっちゃ。
she says she feels like she needs to take more classes to learn even more before she could actually do it professionally. I don't know. I think she's close.
いや 簡単じゃないですよ。
When will the N4 Kanji video series be coming? The video series will be released after we finish the reading series for the N5 videos. And there's going to be 18 of those, well, at least 18, because we're adding a lot of words now to the reading series. What happened with the reading series is we have 4 videos finished. 3 are up on the website. But it was too difficult for, not for a lot of you guys. Like a lot of you who are watching, it was not too difficult for because you already studied kanji. But for people who actually were using our kanji series alone as a way to study, we went from meanings to like 10-word sentences with grammar from Genki 2 or from late in Genki 1. And it was just too much. It was and like the first word was ippon. So we had plosives and we had ichi becoming ippon before pon, and then there was just too much going on. It was too fast. It's okay. Yuki, the sentences and stuff were good themselves. It was just the order. We didn't spend enough time thinking about it. And that was my fault because Yuki did great with the sentences and putting everything together, but I should have gone back and really thought about the order of things. And that's my Hansei. That's my what's Hansei in English? What the heck is Hansei in English? I forget. There's so many words that I don't remember in English. Or I never learned in English. I just learned them in Japanese. This doesn't make sense. We don't really say this in English. My reflection, my regret? Not quite. It's something like that. We usually say, there's Hansei Kai. After you finish an event, you have a Hansei Kai where you go over the things that you could have done better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hansei Kai, evaluation meeting, post-mortem session, review meeting, things like that. And Hansei is like the thing I think about that I probably should have done better. Introspection, reflection. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah. So point being is we're going back over the N5 deck. And to do that, we're also working on the regular N5 vocabulary deck. And we're reordering that and simplifying the sentences in the beginning. And we need to get that done first because what I'm going to do then is I'm only going to use words from the first 100 words in that series in the first half of the kanji series. So we're working on finishing 50 sentences a day on the vocabulary, and there's 900 of those. So we're getting very close. We're like a week or so out from finishing all of that, and then we have to just get those recorded. Then I can go into the kanji series and rework the beginning of it. I've already picked a bunch of new words for it, so that's kind of done. But we need to finish this before we can do that. And then I have to do that before I can finish the N4 deck. And the N4 deck, I'm working through the history of that so that I pick all the right meanings for it this time and pull out all the parts and stuff. And that's still taking a while. So unfortunately, it's a couple months out at least. Everything takes longer than you expect, but that's unfortunately, still a little ways out. I am sorry about that, but I want it to be valuable. And rushing it will not create a valuable thing.
できればそのデックができるときに、こういう N4 のビデオを先に出せればいいと思ってるんですよね。
何？
あれ、次のシリーズのこういうチルスタイルのやつも合わせて出したいなっていう感じですよね。私たちのコンテンツの。やばい、私全然話についてない。
そうかもしれない。ごめんね。はい。ちょっとついてきてないかもしれないんですけど。そう。でも、yes, we definitely want to release all that kind of stuff. I look forward to more aliens in the M4 deck. There will be more aliens, for sure.
あれ、私いつから
I want more Junko Jeans 90s man, honestly, 100%. Which brings us to the reason why we are making Hiragana videos, because so that when you get to ToKini website, it is a more complete course. Yes, and also at the same time, I'm also working on the full Hiragana and Katakana video, which is actually, it's kind of like our kanji meaning series where we have lots of images and we're going to have lots of words to help you get reading practice in the video, and then Yuki's calligraphy.
Hi.
Lots going on with the full Hiragana video because that's the only thing we're really missing here. We don't have, we missed the very beginning of Japanese, Hiragana. We cover all the grammar, lots of vocabulary, little kanji, but we don't have the start. We don't have hiragana. So I'm also working on that. Too much going on. Any advice? I found historical writing is really useful. You can use like the wiki, the JA.wiki or whatever it is, to look up the histories yourself. You can look at the Do I have it here? I can see if I can pull that site up for you. Yeah, here it is. So if you use this website, you can look up kanji and find the histories yourself. And then you could use this one other website to pull up parts. It's not always correct, so that's one thing to keep in mind. This website for finding parts for kanji, keep in mind that it takes some liberties. It's created by a foreign learner of Japanese, this second site, despite it all being in Japanese. So there are ones that aren't necessarily considered official that he lists as parts. But it's still quite good, so you can totally use it. The scope of this whole project is amazing. It's huge. It's too big, but we're working on it. And thank goodness that Dan, Come Japan Dan, has been helping us edit, or it would never go anywhere. So yeah, and he's also coming up with these ideas for like this video we just did today, so that we have the time to keep going and still can release videos here.
そうお待たせしちゃってね。申し訳ないです。
いや違う違う。これはダンにありがとうっていうところですよ。
ダンありがとうございます。
そうそうそう。
そう、まだN4 のことにアタッチしてたわ。また遅れちゃってんのね。私いつも遅れてるね。
大丈夫大丈夫大丈夫。That sounds really cool with the Hiragana Katakana. Should be fine. To climb versus to rise. Example, sun rising in the east and he climbed the hill. The kanji is just the only thing that's different there. The words are the same. 登る。
あ、そういえばなんかいろいろ質問来てましたよね。
いや、そんなに。
あ、そう？
まあでも、If you have questions that we haven't answered, please let us know in chat here. I use the Kakimashou dictionary for parts. No guarantees that it's entirely accurate either. Yeah, it's very hard to find super accurate stuff because most Japanese people in dictionaries don't actually break down all of the parts. They just take the one radical. And then it's sort of up to you to look at the history and figure out what the parts actually came from. And that's also what takes a lot of time to do this series. What level do you think you could reach in 1 year done with N4? That is a hard question to answer. I actually did a video on how long it takes to learn Japanese because we get that question a lot. It depends 100% on how much time you have. 100% on that. How much time you have. If you have 30 minutes a day, you probably won't even finish N5 in a year. If you have 2 hours a day, maybe N4. If you have 5 hours a day, you might be able to finish N3, like that level. I use like JLPT levels, like not arbitrarily, but like as just sort of marks. Obviously, just because you're N3 doesn't mean you can speak a single word. You could just be really good at reading. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But I'm just talking about as a general level of speaking, reading, writing ability. Yeah, something like that. If you have 9 to 10 hours a day, you might be able to finish N1. But most people don't have that much time or concentration. Yeah, exactly, Josh. Good to know. Hi. So, something like that.
そうだね。結構難しいよね。簡単に。
It's not that difficult, I don't think. It's just, it's hard to find. It's hard for your average person who has a job or who's in college studying something different to find the time. You can make a lot of time, but then maybe you have family. Maybe you have a significant other who you spend a lot of your time with who has no interest in learning Japanese. So not so much difficult as it's finding the time is the difficult part. The more time.
N5 終わるまでにさ、結構難しい文法があるじゃないですか。
For sure.
手フォームとかみんなね。
Yeah, there are difficult things in N5, but like
必ず出てくる。
But besides kanji, like Japanese isn't really any harder than any other language beyond kanji. It might be easier than a lot of other languages. Kanji is the hardest part. But and that is hard. And that means it's going to take you longer to learn Japanese than any other like Roman character-based language or phonetic language just because of kanji. But it doesn't mean it's inherently a more difficult language. But it still takes a lot of time, and so will any language. That is exactly it, Morbid Blessing. Always. But some people have more an ability to make more time, depending on their situation in life, than others. That's also a fact. And then you don't want to burn out as well. Yes, that's also true. Fish, I am checking so deep verbs, almost native level nuances, but it takes time to find the near perfect nuance. Like, it's good to figure out the nuances of Raja, but keep in mind that it might not be worth doing that like in the beginning. Like, I don't know how far along you are, but like, for example, if you've been studying for a month, it's probably not really the time to start trying to figure out the exact perfect nuance for every verb that you see by researching in English. You start figuring out those nuances the more you encounter stuff and the more you see it in real usage and the more you use it yourself and see where it worked or didn't work. And eventually when you're able to use like native dictionaries, then you can just look there because there's like so much information that isn't available in English that is just in every single Japanese native Japanese dictionary. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of funny. Like you can just look up a word and be like, oh, that's what it meant. And there's like 5,000 articles on High Native where every single person says a different thing. I always take High Native with a grain of salt because there's a lot of people who think they're really smart who answer stuff there or are pretending to be native Japanese who aren't, and they say really ridiculous things. Sometimes it's great, but a lot of times you have to be careful there. What is the best translate app to use? Don't use translation apps unless you absolutely have to. But if you do, DeepL. Yeah. If you have to use a translation app, use DeepL. But ideally, don't translate. Ever. Yes, that's true, Ryan. Lack of irregular verbs. I've wasted too much time with learning how to learn Japanese. That's what I regret that I could have done. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm guilty of that because I make videos like how to learn Japanese, but it is what it is. Japanese would be easier if I was more into anime. It would be. I wasn't when I started either. I would have probably found the beginning a lot easier if I was into anime. I am sort of now. But I appreciate that Japanese doesn't have arbitrary genders and far less conjugation and declension than most European languages. 100%. That's why it's easier. That's why I think it's easier. I think Japanese is easier than like Spanish and French and German, personally. But then there's kanji. Plus, you want to use Japanese like a Japanese person, not translate English to Japanese for everything. You'll start sounding weird. Yeah, 100%. I find a lot of people really, really struggle with that. A lot of people really, 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 really want to say what they say in English and Japanese. And they struggle the most. Like those people struggle more than anyone else that I see trying to learn Japanese. The people who really want to say what their nice, complex, and beautiful English in Japanese, it takes them the longest because they pull out. They're like, I want to say this really difficult word. Look it up in the dictionary. Okay, here's this 4 kanji word that means that. Okay, I'm going to use that as an adverb. But it's not an adverb. It's a noun that you only use in a really super specific situation. And they just do that over and over again, where they're trying to just force Japanese words that make no sense into where they would be in an English sentence. And they do that over and over and over again, and they never get anywhere. And that's an issue with trying to translate and trying to say everything you can say in your native language in exactly the same way you say it in your native language. And you're never works. It will never work in almost any language, I don't think. A really interesting exercise to do to illustrate this is find a book that's translated from another language into English and find 2 versions. Find one that was written by, like 2 versions, one by one person, one by another person, and read them together. And you'll see that they have, every sentence is different. Like no single sentence. Like there might be 1 or 2 per chapter that the sentence is the same, but there will be like 500 sentences in a chapter and 499 will be different from each other. And you'll find that they have similar meanings or even the same meaning. And sometimes they're slightly different, but they're completely different. So translation is not take this sentence and make it exactly the same. In the native. Translation is figuring out what the meaning of that sentence is and then figuring out how you would say that personally in your own language. And you'll find that translators who write need to actually be good writers because anyone can just like type what it means literally, but not everyone can make it like sound nice and also have the original meaning. So translation is a different skill. And people who are trying to translate their thoughts and what they like, if they write something out or they think of a sentence in English and try to translate that into Japanese, they're not learning the language. They're trying to like skip learning the language and learn a separate skill, which is translation. And until you can actually speak English or speak the language, or at least understand it fully, you can't translate. Like, you're going to fail at that. And you'll see, like, I see all the time in Netflix captions, which I don't use anymore, but like once in a while I will see, or even like Japanese captions. If I go to like a movie that's an English movie and there's the Japanese, like sometimes it's just wrong. Sometimes the things, the translators who are being paid by Netflix and major movie studios, their translations are wrong. Like, how wild is that? That's because there's a ton of translators out there who don't actually speak the language or understand it. They just skip to translation, and you miss a lot. That's why sign language interpreters call it interpretation and not translation. Yeah, that's true. I studied French for a long time, and then I took a French translation course, and it was very different than learning the language. Yeah, 100%. Word. Petrograd, yes. Capture the vibe of the original words. Don't translate your thoughts. Try to say your internal concept of something in Japanese. Yes. Okay, that's my rant on that. Obviously, it depends on the person, but I find things in Japanese easier, although there is a lot more to learn because of kanji and other things. Yeah. One thing I can't understand is why all the textbooks start with keigo. In college, I found it incredibly confusing having to relearn. Yeah. I find that to be an issue as well. I understand it a little bit. Like when we were playing the Wagotabi game, and they teach you mas form first, because they're actually using it like with people you're just meeting in the game. I mean, it makes sense in a way. So like Genki wasn't created with the idea that college students on what do you call that? Exchange students coming to Japan could use it to learn Japanese when they got here. So the idea is you learn mas form really fast, and you can immediately start using that with your professors and other students who you're just meeting, because you don't want to be like "dekita zo" to your professor when you're turning in your homework or something, right? "Kaitekita zo," or like, you don't want to. I can't think of a great example, but like you don't want to be using super rough Japanese with people you just met or your professors. So
そうだね。安藤さんみたいなタイプにね、
so
なっちゃうんだよね。
you don't. What'll happen is, and it's inevitable, is if you do. That's one thing. Is if you learn a bunch of short forms and you immediately start off using just that, you will start sounding like Ando-san. Which Ando-san's a jerk. You don't
まあ
want to.
ジャークってかちょっとルールの
He's
方
rude.
で
Yeah. Well, that's what jerk means. He's rude. So Ando-san is sort of funny, but you don't want to be like him.
そう
And you will be like him if you start out from short forms. I think you should learn short forms first because it makes life easier. But you should immediately learn polite forms right after that and then use those. So I do understand why they do it. I don't think it's good for learning, but
そうね。まあお友達になるんだったらね、安藤さんがいいんだけど。
so if you're just talking to friends, that's perfect.
そうそう。
But
安
the
藤さんみたいにね、喋れればお友達だったらすごく楽しいと思うんだけ
yes,
ど。
of course. She thinks that if you're just talking with friends, being like Ando-san is speaking with in polite forms is perfectly fine. But if you're going to make a social error, it's better to be too polite with friends than too casual with superiors and strangers. That's 100%. That's 100% the idea and why they're teaching mas form. Now, my idea is it's super easy to learn the dictionary form of a verb and then conjugate it into the mas form. Like if you go that direction, if you learn dictionary form first and then how to do the mas form, it's super easy. So my thoughts with that are like do them in rapid succession. Learn the dictionary form and how to conjugate it. And then just like kind of together almost. So it doesn't need to be like Genki does it, where you learn mas form and then 6 lessons later you learn about the dictionary form. Like, don't do that. And don't learn the short forms and then learn the mas form, 6 months later. Just do it really in rapid succession. Don't be an Ando-san. What did Dan say? I missed. He said, I'm joking, of course. Unless you want to be awesome. Yeah, forward. Like, at first I couldn't really understand sugiru, and after some days I encountered again that word and my mind used it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I decided to start watching Heroes for the first time last week, and I almost lost it when Hiro's buddy's name was Ando. Haha! Ando-san. Yeah, I wish they were presented together like that. Learning dictionary form first would have been much more helpful than learning it later. Agreed. Also up there is, why are there so many strange names for Ichidan and Godan verbs? Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid too. Just give us the real name.
南さん、安藤さんを目指してたのにね、お友達までにしましょうか。南さんは
どこ
この
Scratches be like Ando-san off my list of long-term goals. Hiro calls him Ando-kun though. Oh, okay, yeah. Learning dictionary for, yeah, okay. Yeah, so anyway, lots of rants today, sorry. Poor Yuki's just sitting here listening to me rant. Why don't we pull up the video from today and do some writing? Writing together. You guys want to practice your hiragana and katakana? Katakana?
ねえ、安藤くんみたいにね、慣れたら面白いんだけど、ね、日本人でもね、あんまりそういう風になりたいとは思わないと思います。
So that's why he's funny. That's why Ando-san's funny. It's not because people want to be with like him. And Japanese people even find him funny. A lot of them, at least they say they do. And that's because they would never be like Ando-san, and they would find someone like him very rude. So seeing like that, and then seeing my reactions to him is fun. In the old videos, I'm really bad at Ando-san now. I was talking about this last week. I have a hard time conjuring him up anymore.
まあでもそういう意味で言うなら、そういう意味だと安藤さんになんか I wish I could be an 安藤さんだと思う。ネイティブ。Japanese
Yuki says she feel like
ネイティブからすればね。
she thinks that Japanese people also feel like they wish they could be like Ando-san because they want to be that straight.
そう。
They want to be that straightforward, but they can't be because they're Japanese.
とかね。
They'd like to do that to their boss, but they can't because they're Japanese.
そう。
But anyway, bro. It's just Raja Sekarana. Every single question you're asking, every single one is No. It's the same question. I think this will help you a lot. Every single question you ask is the same question, and that is, what is the difference between intransitive and transitive? Every single verb you're popping up is the intransitive version and the transitive version. So I'm just going to explain that really quick, and that will answer literally every single one of your questions about verbs so far. Intransitive means that it's describing a state of something. If a window is open, uku and ukabu maybe is a little bit different. Yeah, they're the same. So this one's a little bit different. It wasn't intransitive, transitive. Yuki's looking it up. But most of the questions have been between intransitive and transitive. And intransitive is one like a state of being. Aku. Aku is for a window to be open. It is open. Nobody does an action on it. That's the verb to be open. To be open. And then transitive is to act on a thing. So akeru is to open. Someone does the action. So those are just, that's the difference between aku and akeru. So half the time, if you see two verbs that look like they're similar, just check if it's intransitive or transitive, and that will answer your question. One is someone does it. One is it is done. Yuki just is popping up the uku, ukabu.
そう、これちょっとね、浮くと浮かぶは違う意味があるということだったんで。
So in this situation, I'm wrong. That wasn't your difference.
これ。
はい。
これね。
UFO.
そう、これはもう浮くがこれ浮いてる状態、ね。
This is floating.
ここが
It's floating.
ここが何もない。ここ
So
つ
there's
いてない。
nothing below it.
そう
So it's
ここついてない。こ
It's
こついて
floating.
ない。
There's nothing below it. Ukabu is there's something below it. It's floating on the surface of something.
そう。
It's floating on the water.
ここが例えばこの風船持ってるじゃないですか。こう風船じゃねえなこれ。
絶対。
この でこれがこの下からついてるところから
Mm.
上に行くことが浮かぶだって。
So ukabu is when it's attached to something down below and then it goes up.
そうそう。
And
なん
that's
かこう
ukabu.
いうのがさこうついてるじゃないですか。でだんだん起き上がっていくとさこのこういうの
So.
これが
So
ほ
uku,
ーっていく
nothing
の
below.
が
This
うん
one's it's stuck to something below and it's floating up. So like a
Mm.
balloon, this kind of balloon where you ride on it, it's stuck to the chair here, or the not a chair, like a basket,
うん
and then it gets pulled up. So that's ukabu. Yeah. So yeah, but a lot of the other questions were a difference between intransitive and transitive, unlike this one. So, but anyway, but these kind of ones warrant their own videos really.
そ
So
うちょっとフローリングエクも書いとくか。
so yeah, I can't answer all of those, unfortunately. But
はい
takes different particles. It always makes me confused. Yeah, some of them do just have different meanings, but it's stuff like this, like very like specific stuff. So this is stuff you just get used to. You don't need to look up every single version of this. Like the story of the rude American at Nintendo, someone on the team that can tell the CEO he's wrong. Yeah, it helps to have people like that. You're welcome. My English grammar has improved so much from learning Japanese. Mine too, although not as much as I would have liked. That's a flying egg.
そうさっきのチーズ
It's like levitate versus float. Sort of, yeah. Something like that.
さっきなんだっけ伸ばすと広めるもうやってたんだっけ。
もうやったよね。
そっか。
でも、多分キリがないと思われますので、ちょっと遠慮します。
はい。
Sorry, Reja. I'd love to answer all of your questions about the difference between verbs, but there's like a million.
うん。
So
すいません。
we're going to move on from that from now and jump over to
まあ、
to
試
this.
すと努力するは to put effort in と to challenge って感じですね。
そうですね。ありがとうございます。はい。はい。
はい。
試す is to challenge. It's the other way around.
そうだね。
試す is
すい
to
ません。
challenge and 努力する is to work hard. 宇宙人 yes.
はい。
Unfortunately, there's no 宇宙人 in today's video. Is this? Let me know how
あ
loud this is. Turn this down a bit.
ー
So,
あ
and then we pause, and Yuki's gonna give us
は
give
い。
us some tips on
い
writing.
ますよ。
You might let the video
あ
play for
で
each
もアンディ
section.
も書くもんねこっち側に。
あ、そうだね。We could let it play for the first part. Yeah, we could do a, I, U, E, O, and then we could practice writing them. That's a good idea, Dan. See, this is why Dan is our director.
あおあ
Bring up the volume.
はい。あ終わりましたよ。いい。
section ごとにやる。
いい。あオッケーオッケー。
Just here to help, says Dan. Haha.
いい。いい。う。う。う。
No, that's not quite it.
ええ
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
おお
Oh, Yuki's making a little board for us to practice on.
ねアンディのね
Arigato. It's gonna be hard to erase that. But.
おお
That's a good hint on how to speak good Japanese. I hear Yuki talking, but her mouth isn't moving. That's the trick. Yeah, 5 to Sloth Bear, I see your comment on and I thought about that too. Arthur, except that it's just so for starters, it fits the image that we're going to use perfectly. Arthur. So you don't want it to be R. But it was hard for me to think of like a good word that I could also blend into the image for this one. But I'll consider rethinking that one, Arthur. But anyway, popping back over here. Also, one thing, Raja, unfortunately, intransitive just being like an A ending it's unfortunately, I wish there was a rule that simple. I wish, but it's not the case actually. There's a lot of different endings for ichidan verbs. All right, so let's start from ah.
Hi.
You guys can practice with this if you want. I want to see what Yuki draws first, and then I'll.
まずこっちにあ書いていくか。
はい
ひらがなでいいですか？ひらがなだよね。
はい。
はい。
Nice, nice. It's just you can think of if you already know how to draw me, it's basically like a sword through me.
まあちょっと先行きすぎだけどね、目だと。
Yeah, but that's kind of like what it is if you go too far ahead. I like to think of this as a sword and stone from Arthur. That's why I used Arthur actually, and that's what my image is. A snake. Oh, that's good. That's good. And then you spear it.
いいですね。
I always use awesome as an example, but I don't have to try and connect it to some image for mnemonics teaching. Yeah. Although, isn't awesome, I guess depends on where you're from, but is not quite what the sound is. Let's hear Yuki say it.
Awesome.
Ah.
Ah.
So awesome versus doesn't quite work, I feel like. Turbo Hiragana. Oh yeah, let's get some Turbo Hiragana. I want to see some of that. I'll first try and I'm going to practice from Yuki. So we go here. You kind of curve this one up, I feel like, eh?
そうそう。
And then this one sort of curves in like this.
そうそう、そうです、そうです。
And then the last part is just a single stroke like that. Oh, that one
まあちょっ
went
と
through
可
a
愛
little
い
bit
ら
far.
しい感じに。でもそうです、そうです。合って
This
る
one
合っ
went a
て
little
る。
bit too far, but anyway. Us Northern Jersey folks say awesome a bit different, like coffee. Okay, so maybe that's me. It works if you're from Boston. Awesome. That's true.
へー
Awesome.
そうなんだ。
that is somewhat of a Boston accent. Good point. I always forget that I have a bit of an accent from Jersey.
しまったね。
Well,
場
let's
所
see what turbo means.
場所バレ
Awesome.
てしまいま
90s man
し
in
た。
Junko on rollerblades and SNES in both pockets with a Walkman and foam headphones. LOL.
はい。はい、行きますよ。は
Today is their nighttime. No, it's
い。そん
it's
なに
morning.
そんな
Oh,
にここが
one more time. I gotta see that
Yeah.
again. So the sword is a single stroke. Woo. Okay. Interesting.
そん
I don't know
な
if I
にで
can
も
do
さ
that.
ここがさ一応ねつなが、ベースは漢字なので
Since the base is
そ
kanji,
う
yeah.
そうひらがなのベースって漢字なのね
That's actually that's a fun thing to look
そう
at.
これだよね、
Um,
このアンティまだやってないんだけどねこういう字なんですよこの
Take a look at this, guys. This is pretty wild. This is gonna show up. We're gonna show you guys this in the video as well.
誰かお休みの人がいる
Oyasumi. If you take a look at this. So, okay. So I'm going to pull this up on screen. Eh?
はい、
So let's take a look at this. See this? This looks like an A, right?
うん、
Let's see what it actually is. You see this
ち
kanji?
ょっとワイルドだよね
Well, if you're ready, let's pull up the reading for this. It's Soul Shotai.
はい
It's
はいそうしよう
grass kanji or
Hi.
cursive script. If we take the cursive script for
So-
this kanji, hold on. It looks a little. Hold on.
そうなんですね
Wait a second, huh?
そうなんですよそう皆さんも、 So-
But it's.
さこの楷書体真ん中のやつを押してみこの真ん中のやつそうこれが一応ね、
Hey.
私のそのカリグラフィーの今のスタイル
So this is
ひら
the
がなの
style
スタイルが
of calligraphy that Yuki's doing in the
So-
videos. This style.
そう
But this is the cursive style.
はい
And this is the kanji that this is based on. And the reason it's based on this is because this is one of the kanji that used to be used for the sole purpose of the sound ah. So in like phonetic writing, they used to use this and a couple others. And this is, and they use this version of it
うん。
as a phonetic hiragana, like in the beginning, and then they
ほう
kept the ones that stuck. And this is one of the ones that stuck.
ほうか。
Oh, she's practicing over there.
うん。
Mm.
だってさ、このさ、ここのうかんむりを残すには、
Mm.
ここが一回入ってからこうやっ
そうだね
て出て、その後こうですよね。
Mm.
で、多分こういう感じですよね。
So. And that became
うん。
this.
そうね、難しいよね。こういう感じだったね。だけど普通のあでいきましょう。普通のあで。だけどね、普通のあもこんな感じですから。
And so then the fast version of also looks pretty similar to that. Grammy says, it's funny when I draw with the pencil, it prints it in chat with the font that looks perfect. Yeah, yeah, that's always nice with the Apple Pencil. That's why I chose a turbo-looking font for the video. Yeah, it's nice. It's good to have that. Our today is there yesterday. Right on. This is Yuki.
はい。
Yuki.
あれ誰か紹介して
そうそう。
ほしがった。
名前を聞かれた。Mighty Morphin Hira Kanji. My Japanese penmanship has improved since I ordered Genko Yoshi notebooks to practice with. Oh yeah, that can help. That can help a lot.
そう、
yeah.
この漢字のサイトに、このカスタム練習帳っていうプラクティシングシートがついてるので、これもうみんな使いたかったら使っていいんだよね、これ。
Yes. We're going to have Hiragana versions of this in the site too when we start making that. So yeah, this site can be pretty interesting. But anyway, let's pop back over to here.
はい。
I can pull up my script where I've listed out all of the kanji that originally were all of them were based on. So I have so the script for the Hiragana video, guys, it also includes editing notes, so that's part of it, but it's 36 pages long, and I'm not even done with it yet. 36 pages long.
その後ワードのやつもありますよね、これ。
そうです。
N5 の方の。
So, by the way, interesting thing. Katakana are also almost all based on kanji. Sometimes the exact same one, but they are not based on the whatchamacallit, on the cursive version. So this is what the hiragana a is based on, but it's not based on the cursive version. It's based on this part. Just this part is what it's based on. The katakana version, eh? So it's based on this part. So even the katakana are based on kanji, but they're usually just a part, sometimes a modification of a part, things like that. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and give the katakana a chance.
誰かがウェブサイトを紹介してほしいと言っています。
This website?
はい。
I think I shared it up above, but I'll pop it in again. Are you releasing it as a book as well? I would like to release a book as well. Yeah. Might be able to put something like that together. We'll see. It would be good to have. It's very much written in video format, so I'd have to edit it quite a bit to release it as a book, and it'll be a while before that happens, but it's something I like to do. All right, let's see what the katakana looks like.
いきますよ。
もう言ったよ、ラジャ。Yuki-san. It's my wife. There's Okay, let's see if I can do it.
はい。
Actually, I'll just do it here because these are going to have to get erased.
はい、それください。
あれ？
それ次のやつ書きます。
いいよ、ここでもいいんじゃない？これがいいんだけど、また新しく書くのが難しい。Excuse me. So this one I write a lot since it's in my name. I'm not very good at it though. I like to make it longer like this. But it's better if it's short like this, eh? This is probably the best of the ones I just did.
これね、私がちょっとやってるコツがあって、コツってなんていうの？
She has a little tip that she uses.
そう。まずさ、こういう風にふみたいに書くじゃない？こうふみたいに。そしたらここのね真ん中からこういう風にちょっとだけまっすぐにしてから左に払うの。
Okay.
そうすると結構バランスがよく取れます。
Okay, so she likes to go straight down from here and then from around the middle.
そうそう。
She curves it back.
そう、こののがこういう風になった方が。
And then, okay, that looks quite nice.
Okay.
Okay.
そう。
Well, look at that. I'm getting tips here too. I like it.
はい。 もう一回書く
Not quite snow. Snow also means Yuki, but she uses different kanji. She's really cool.
ありがとうございます。そう。
Turbo Katakana. Let's see what Turbo Katakana looks
でも
like.
ね、もうこれね、極限のターボされてると思うんですよ、もうこのカタカナ。
Katakana's already in turbo mode from the beginning.
そう。だからこうだね。
It
こ
just
んな
becomes
もん
one
だ
stroke.
ね。
It's very easy if you're not careful to make a look like ma, but it's very dependent on your second line. So
そう。
if you're having issues with that, just curve it out even more. But as long as you go down.
うん。いい、上手じゃん。上手になったね、いきなり。
This gets on ma, so like look, you for you make the second cut back shorter, and then like that, and then with ma you come back, I believe. You come back more.
そう。
Way more, and then go. And just angle it way in so that they look a little bit similar. I somehow end up making my look like a ma. Oh yeah, that's what I just read. It also looks like yeah, it does look like that. Ryokai no ryo.
そうだね。
It does look a bit like that, even though it's not what it's based on.
そうそう。
I also sometimes confuse it with ya. I can see that. And this is why these videos are helpful. Thank you for the tip.
こうか。
But maybe not like in writing. It looks like it in font. Fonts are similar, eh? All right, sweet.
そう。ちなみに了解のあ、もうここに私練習したのも見えてたわ。
バレた。はい。
了解の量がここにいたわ。
はい。Didn't mean to say something twice. How dare you say something twice? It's like Yuki's cheat code.
そう。
Says Montana Margo. Yes. What gets confusing is shitsu, so, and
はい。
And you might wonder, how could I tell those apart? We could totally jump into that. Why don't we just jump into that?
いいですよ。
That's fun. Okay. So
そうみんなね、これね、必ず迷っちゃうんだけど。
I think personally, after learning the differences like with these, what happened was we were filling out a form and someone asked Yuki to write my middle name because my shi looked like a tsu. In James, because my middle name is James, so it should be like
ちょっと薄すぎか？青の方がいい？
it should be like that. Yeah, we should probably do blue. But I was writing it like this. My she. And she's like, "Oh, that looks too much like Tsu. Yuki, can you write it for him?" And that was a little embarrassing, and I was like, "What's the problem?" And Yuki pointed this out to me. She said, my she's, the two dots were way too vertical. So what that means is, a reason for that is tsu is written left to right like this. So almost vertical, right? And then you do this one right to left. Okay? But she, you start from the middle. And in writing, you're almost horizontal. And you go down like that. And then the bottom line is also horizontal. Okay, so yes, they are very similar looking. But when you start thinking about that, 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, they look very similar in the fonts. But like, okay, I can tell now. And now it's really easy to write them differently. Like, because they're just so much different when you write them. And that is exactly the difference between so and as well. So is like that, and is like that.
はい、そうですね。
So it's a horizontal versus vertical difference. It's just that in fonts, it's very hard to tell the difference in fonts because they don't make she horizontal enough and they don't make tsu vertical enough in fonts. So I blame the font makers. That's me.
そうなんか、私がその小学校の時習ったやり方
When she was in elementary school, the way she learned it was
これがしとね、まずつがこのカタカナも一緒に合わせられる、ひらがなと一緒にやれるんですけど、しってこのしってこうやって書くじゃないですか。
So she write like that, eh?
で、だけどこのさ、ここがね、書き順がこうじゃないですか。
So that's she, yeah, that's the order.
そう、これがね、この1、2、3でしょ、これがしって このさ
Goes in the same
そう
direction.
そうそうそう、こういう風に一角だけどこういう風に行くのね、こういう風に。だから、こうつなげて書くとこういう風になって、でこのしはこの同じここを通る、こういう風にできる。
そうそうそうそう。And then it becomes mo.
まあそうなんですけど。
But you connect the dots.
そうそうそうそう。
Oh, we're going to use that in the video. Oh my god. We're definitely using that in the video. How about tsu? Did you learn a special way for that?
つも全く同じなんですよ。
Tsu is the same!
そう。で、つも、しはこれね。つはさ、つって、こうやって書くじゃないですか。カタカナのつって、
It's the same.
こうやって書くんですよ。ここが1からこうやっていって、ここがね、1、2、3なの。
So you just go like this.
そうそう。
Connect the dots.
そう。
Whoa. Okay. That is, well, now it looks like a cool little dude, too.
確かにね。
And this is him raising his hand saying,
いや、つですけれど。
And there's つ。
あじゃなくつなんですけれど、そう。で、つはね、こう
You got the
やっ
eyes.
て習った。
So, Viola, that's it. That's tsu. Trogador, yeah, that's it. Oh my god. He's holding a tsu over here, too.
確かに。
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
似てる。
Oh.
似てるよ。
Now you'll never forget tsu. Why wasn't I taught this? You will be in the Hiragana Katakana video that we're going to be doing. This is how my teacher in high school taught the differences between the two as well. Nice. They must have learned in a Japanese school.
そう。
I saw a Twitter post that said you can remember tsu because you're looking at the tsuelo, which means floor in Spanish. Okay, interesting. My mnemonic is that she and n use strokes 30 degrees from the horizontal, while tsu and so uses strokes 60 degrees from the horizontal. That is a difficult mnemonic, but if it works. Honestly, I wish fonts made them a bit more different, especially since the difference is quite clear in handwriting, and I feel it'd improve readability. 100% agree. And some fonts do. You just gotta pick the good ones.
そう、つはね、つとしとつはこうやってね、覚えられるのね。
Interesting.
そう。で、そとんに入っていきますか、これ。
Oh, we're jumping right into ladies and gentlemen. Right into I already have an idea of what's gonna go. This is how you fight burnout. Have fun.
あれ、そとんも違いが分かって同
そう、
じだよね。
そうとは、そう、they look similar. そう、
そうそう。
はい。
で、そは、ね、これはさっきみたいなやつがないんですけど、そはね、ここがね、縦だから、
はい、so it's like that. It goes up. It's the more vertical stroke. Yeah.
で、ここがね、私いつも言ってるのは、こことここのスタートのところは全く同じところからスタートする、ね。
Right, you want them to be in the same position. You start this stroke and this stroke at the same spot.
そう。
So they're on a straight line there, eh?
だからケーキのカットで言うと、こういう感じでここがね平らで、ちょっと平らじゃねえな、なんか。
Nah.
そう、
So it's like a cake cut, she says. You got a straight line there and a straight line here, or
こ
vertical.
こがお尻の丸いところね。
So this is a cake cut. This is the circle.
こうやって、点とここがこういう風にいくとそうになるんですけど、ちょっと見えにくくて分かりづらい色が。
It's fine.
そう。
So there's so.
そう、これがそうね。で、は、このそう残しとくね、念のため。こうやってきて、こうやってやった方が分かりやすいんですよ。
So if you just do a straight line on top and then come way underneath it.
そう。で、このの点のところが上に来た方が、ここね、こういう風に上がるから、これが、スイカみたいにね、こういう風に。
So it looks like a watermelon.
そう、全くケーキと同じこういうカットなんだけど、ちょっとそうこっちの方が縦で、ここがね、このお尻で、これがね、種ついてるみたいな感じ。
Okay, so there's a butt and then a little seed up top for the watermelon.
そう。
This is similar to Gregel's mnemonic with the degrees being changed, which works much better for so and than it does for she and Sue, I feel like. But This is another video idea. Explain the differences in katakana lookalikes. That is 100% a wonderful idea. We definitely have to do it. And we're going to try and do it within the actual video as well. But it might be worth pulling those out as clips from the video when we do them. I'm not going to be able to look at the same ever again. www. 100%. That's going into the main video. If you look at there, you could also think. Nah, I guess that doesn't work very well, does it? Unfortunately, there's no trick for remembering which one is and which one is so. But we'll think of something.
ね。
Som.
そっか。
Ine. I'm still slow at reading katakana even after so many years. Hiragana, I can read entire words at a time, just like English, but I guess I haven't practiced enough reading katakana. Yeah, I have a great tip for reading katakana. It's my favorite tip always. Pokemon. Any Pokemon game will give you tens to hundreds of hours reading katakana. And just recently, on iPhone, if you have iPhone, they've released a thing called Delta, which is an emulation software. And if you own the games and a thing that can pull off the games, which I do, you can play Pokemon games on your phone. And you will find tons and tons of katakana. Oh, there's the explanation on how to
あ、
play.
すごい。ひらがなとカタカナ。
Oh, and look at all that. Oh, that's just hiragana. Oh, no, there's katakana and hiragana in there. Lots of it.
映ってるのかな
I think you can probably see it. I don't know. Can you see that, guys? Is it blurred out?
うん
Lots and lots of katakana and hiragana practice. So that can be very, very helpful. Hajimemashite. Pocket Monster no sekai e youkoso. So we've already got a bunch of katakana there. So it's not that difficult, and it's got tons of katakana and hiragana. Very highly recommend. Now, how do I quit this? I can't remember how to quit. Main menu. There we go. Okay. So that can be fun. I always mess up to Enchi. Yeah, 100%. You can play it in Japanese? How? Oh, I bought the Japanese cartridges, and then I pulled them off using this little device over here. In Japan, old Game Boy, like in America, old Game Boy games are stupidly priced. But in Japan, they're like $2. So
ねえ、不思議だよね。
So like,
この
I think to get this in the United States would be like $120, but I think I paid 200 yen for that,
うん。
which is $1.40. And I think I paid like 400 yen for this, which is maybe 250. And I think I paid like 300 yen for this, which is
うん。
$2 about. And I think in America, these combined three would cost you $200 at least, which is ridiculous. But they're in Japanese. And then I use this thing called the epilogue to pull out the ROMs, and then I can play them on anything. And then you can learn Japanese from games. Yeah, oh, that's what Awasabi's talking about. I got the Epilogue GB operator just to rip my ROMs and remove my saves from the emulators onto the cards. Great product. That's this right here. This thing's awesome. Pull all my Game Boy Advance games, all my Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and pop them right onto my computer, and then I can throw them on my DS or onto my phone now.
はい。
So that's awesome. And there's a bowl.
ボールなんですけど、私そのさっきのソとんのやつ思いついたと思って。
She thought of a good so.
そう。これね、バイソン。
This is a bison.
バイソンはカタカナでですね。
はい、bison in katakana.
そう。
ば、
い。これさっきのそうね。
そ。
これうん。
うん。はい。
で、この名前を覚えておけば、そうをこう、そうとん。どっち先に書いたか思い出せるのではと思って。
Okay. So if you ever want to remember which one is which, just remember the word bison and remember which one is written first. Okay, yeah, that can work.
本当？あ、そうはこっち。あ、ケンタロスだった。しまったわ。
Kentaros. Not quite. I think it needs a human head.
こっちのやつじゃない。ほら。
Also, Kentaros has a human head, doesn't it?
そうなの？
Kentaros is.
ここに？
Am I mistaking what a Kentaros is?
こんな感じで。そう。
Oh no, Kentaro's the Pokemon. Okay. I think that's how you write. I thought that was how you write Senator in Japanese as well. Oh, I can't remember. Okay, yeah, that is very much the Pokemon.
そう。
Kentaros.
ケンタロスに似てますがバイソンです。
Hi, hi. It's a bison, though. Remember when you ran with the bulls? I do remember when I ran with the bulls. It was terrifying.
そう、アンディもね、乗しといたからここ
Oh,
に。
she put me on top. Yeah. I'm on the Kentaros.
はい、ここにね。
So I use a similar mnemonic to sit down on the sofa. Nice. That's a good example, says Sweet Sweckle.
どうこれ。どう
結構いいと思いますよ。
本当バイソン。これをね、書ければ、あ、そう、こっちだわってわかる。とりあえずこれ書いてみて、あ、そう、こっち。
でも、書くときにはどっちがどっちか分かってないと書けません。
そうだ
I
ね。
said the only problem is that if you don't know which is
そうだ。
which when you go to write it, you won't know which to write first. But if you read it, if you just have it written on your hand, tattoo it on your hand. So whenever you're confused, you can read and be like, bison. Okay, it's that one. Just always have bison just somewhere tattooed on your hand.
そうだよね。もう。
That'll elicit the laugh pop-ups in chat. Yeah, just got a tattoo bison on your hand. I see me move.
チートすぎる。
バインソン。
バインソンになっちゃった。
バインソン。バイソン。
バイソンで。
Like bison, the animal.
そう、バイさんみたいな感じでバイソンでお願いします。
バインソン。
ちょっとそうやってねコンフュージングさせるのはねちょっと今はやめていただいて
Alright.
そうね難しいねこれやっぱりダメだったわ全然
いやいいんだよとても I like it. So we skipped around a lot, but
はい、
why don't we come back to our next character?
い
which I believe is E. Yeah.
まだま
Now that
だ
we've
しか
done
やってない
su, so, she, and also
はい
we've gone around the clock a little
は
bit.
いこれに
We're
ね
gonna
もう
pop
一
back
発で
over
書いてい
to
きます
the super difficult,
はい
not E.
じゃあこれアンディはそっち側で書いてユキは
Oh,
こっち側で書
I'm
く
getting segregated off. You do your stuff over there.
はいはいいいだったもう
いい
書いちゃう
です。
はいいきますい
E. Alright.
E.
My E is
今バイソンに出たい
E. Hey, bison was in it, but not the hiragana, just the katakana.
そう
Yes.
カタカナはこれもいいです
They're a bit different, but not so bad.
Hmm.
E. The important part is when you it's not quite like a straight line and then a cut. You kind of have it curved a bit, like that, curved a bit, and then this little loop up is because you're moving up to the next stroke to come down like that, and you kind of want to curve that one in a bit as well. So it's like curved and curved like that, kind of like that.
グッドの時の親指ちょっと変なとこに行ったわほら
いいね
ほら
Giving the thumbs up. Which one is this?
いい
Which one?
両方いい
両方
いいグいいの時これみんな
Oh,
やる
I see. Whenever you're saying E as in good, you can use the thumbs up side. Yeah.
そう
This one doesn't really need an explanation, eh? The E katakana. Pretty
そうだ
straightforward.
ねそういいですね
E took me so long to get a hang of. Yeah, it can be weird because looking at the different fonts, it can be a little bit odd, and most of the fonts are not bad.
うん
But you want to curve it a little bit.
そういいのねあれラピッドボンドはこんな感じですね
This is the fast version
うん
of E.
うん
What the heck is that, you might say. But yeah, this is the fast version of E. It looks like it's about to go into a U, because U I tend to write as a single stroke like that. And it looks like you're going into like a messy U.
そうだけどこれテクニカリこうやってい
そうそうそうそう
てこのまた出ますよこのチッチッチッチッチッチッでここからこうつながっているという感じなんで
So turbo mode is it's basically like a sideways S.
そうこのこうやって書いてここから跳ねてチッチッチッチッチッチッチッチッです
そう Lazy S. Yeah, it's like a lazy S on its side. E is an eagle standing. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I somehow remember the mnemonics I learned 25 years ago.
こういう感じで、こうだ。
そうだね. That's the eagle.
ね。こういうことだよね。
That's cool. See, my mnemonic for this, it's not so much a mnemonic, it's more of an image. What I think it looks like is an eagle's eye. See, I see with the E. I see an eye. If you go like this, you see like the evil eye. I think of it as an evil eye or an evil eagle's eye. You see that there? I don't know. That's what mine is. That's what my mnemonic is.
ね。もう書くの大変なんですよ。
It's my evil eye.
こういう
Sleepy
風
S.
に感じになっててね。こうやって。
So.
こうなんだよね。
That's my evil eagle eye. I think that's the mnemonic I'm using in the video. Although I like the eagle just standing. That one's nice too. Snake eye. Yeah, it kind of looks like a
確か
snake
に
eye as well.
ね。スネークアイも。
Breath of the Wild eye. Yeah, that
So,
shows up as well. Yeah, it is more like a snake eye, I suppose, than an eagle eye.
こんな感じか。こういう感じだよね。
But a snake has nothing to do with E. So.
あ、これまたさ、こういう感じになっちゃうよ。こう
Yeah, there's a Pokemon.
うん。すぐポケモン書くね。
I think the Pokemon in English does have an E sound to it. By the way, popping over to here, E is based on this right here.
はい。
ね。
似てんじゃん。ほら、いい。ほら、こうほら、もう一画目。
A little bit, yeah.
合ってる。
Not bad. And then, interestingly, the katakana is very straight, easy to understand. It's this one. It's just that part. It's the left side of this kanji.
はいはいはいはい。
Which means he or this person. But it's usually used in names,
うんうん。
place names.
そうだね。
Ijo, says Dan. Avo, yeah, that's it. It wasn't E. It was E the snake. Ekans, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Ekans.
エクンズは何？
So you're close, Weckle. It is based on the person on the left. So, なんだっけ? Nimben.
はい。
Person on the left, Nimben.
So
So it is sort of based on person, yes. Oh my god, ToKini, thank you so much for all your help with Genki 1 and Genki 2. You're very welcome, Party Cat Awesome. I love the party hat and the emoji goes with your name well.
まあ、イングリッシュ文字という。
So English kanji we call
あ、
them.
間違えた。イングリッシュ
English
漢字
kanji.
です。そうです。
Yes, indeed. All
そっ
right.
か、これアーボだったか。こういう感じ？
So kind of.
すぐ
Alright,
ポ
so
ケモ
I'm
ン
gonna
書くね。
I'm gonna pop a poll up in chat. I'm gonna ask a question, important question. I want to know what you guys want to do. So, do you guys want to continue going through the Hiragana and
そうだよ
Katakana,
ね。これ一生続くよ、こ
or
れ。
because we're only 2 in, which is fine. I'm fine with continuing this for a while. Or do you want to try out the new game that I just got? So, what should we do? Continue through Hiragana. New game time. Hi, start poll. It's up to you guys to decide what we will be doing here on the ToKini Andy live stream. Let us know.
とか、ま、和語旅はポールに入ってないのか。
So Wagotabi is not in the poll. We're not going to play any Wagotabi today. It's either going to be a new game or it's going to be continuing with this stuff. What is the new game? It's a game that was supposed to be released like 4 years ago. And when I started ToKini Andy, the channel, Yuki will remember this. We were playing a lot of video games here. So we played like a Kanji Combat. We played a couple video games. We were playing some Dragon Quest 10 online on the live stream here. So we were playing a lot of games. Like one of my first ever tries at a live stream was World of Warcraft Classic. I tried to do it and I was going to teach Hiragana while I waited for things to spawn because it was release day and everything was, all the spawn points were camped because there were so many people. So that was like one of my first live streams. So anyway, this was a game that was supposed to come out shortly at the time that was for learning Japanese. So I was going to do a big series on it. And it never came out until like last week. So I never did it. It's called, I'll show you if we start it. New Game Plus. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the game I'm talking about, Michael. That's the one. That is the game. Did I spell it right? No, okay. I put it in English. Game, not the gum. Gum is like a weird stretchy gum. Game.
私のこのプラクティシングは無駄になってしまうのか。
Oh, everyone's watching you practice, son.
あ、
It's
そう
on screen. She's practicing
じゃあ
her
みんな
ka.
ここで私のやつ見とけば、
So.
ね、ゲームや
I like it.
や
I
り
was in
たい。
the Kickstarter for a while. Yeah, Koei. I missed the Kickstarter. It was around that time, and it was on my wish list for like 4 years. Looks like Atarashi game is like 圧倒的に勝ってる. 23 votes, 83% are saying they want the new game. So that's good to know. We will give you a quick tip though on everyone seems to really struggle with ka.
そうなの
So if Yuki could give us some tips for ka before we move over to new game plus, that would be cool. Can you erase mine too?
はい。
Thank you.
カーを皆さんどのようにストラグをされているのでしょうか
I'll show you because I struggle with it too. This is how I write it, and I know it could be better. So we write it like that,
うん。
and then like this, and then it ends up looking like that.
あー。
And that looks stupid.
ひどい。すごいね。すごいなんかネガティビティ高いじゃん今日。どうしたん
She
ですか
said you're very negative today. I know, yeah. So this is terrible. This is actually one of my better attempts, but it usually looks pretty bad. It'll look something like that, or like that, or like that. This happens a lot. Like it ends up looking like really weird,
なるほ
like
ど
a
ね。
wa almost, or something like that. Like it gets really bad.
やじゃない。や。や。
Or yeah, or sometimes it'll look like that, which is like, what is that? That's not is that a hiragana or is that like a failed drawing? I don't know. So yeah, I think a lot of people struggle with ka. So if we could get some of the tips from the master, that would be nice. I guess my
Master,
graphing paper has use now. I can use it to write Japanese. Yes, I remember when you were stoked on Koei and it never came out. Yeah, it was a bummer. Ka shaped like a mosquito, which is also the word for mosquito in Japanese. That is good.
そうなんですよ。
Any beginner tips for things to talk about with your
はい。
Japanese partner at home to practice? Ooh.
じゃあ書いてみるね。私のか、ひらがなのかね。この
Hold on, let me answer this question while you do that quickly. I don't have any good tips for that. I would just try to like set aside time where you do everything in Japanese, like 30 minutes a day, even if that's
Yeah.
and just do
ア
all
ンディ
your
の
normal stuff. Hi. Okay, let's
アンディ
one more
の
time.
はい。アンディの顔ここにちょっとトーチャーしたいと思い
And
ま
she's
す。
gonna torture my ka.
うん。
はい
ちょっともうちょっと大きく書いて、このくらいの大きさに書ける。ここに。
Hi.
なるほどね。
And she's gonna torture my ka now.
はい。トーチャーしていきたいと思います。
Montana Margot says, mine look better when I break the rule and draw the vertical line first. Interesting. Okay, I can already see, based on that comment just right there, I can see what's going to be one of the first things
うんうんうん。
that she's going to break down.
まずね、このちょっとね、私のやつってここの最初のラインとここのライン、
Mm.
この下の方が長くなるんですよ。
Okay.
ここよりね。
Okay, so this line must be
Mm.
longer than this line
そう
first.
そう、これアンディのやつでいくとさ、これ同じぐらいじゃない？
Yeah, they're about the same length.
うん。
So mine, that's a problem. That's the first problem with mine.
そう。だからまずここをね、このようにちょっと長めに書くと良いです。
So the idea is draw this
ここがね。
short, start short, and then draw this
Mm.
long,
Mm.
much longer than this.
そう。
はい。
で、次にここの真ん中をね、こう真ん中をできれば真ん中を通るように。
So you want to aim for the middle, which I did not do here.
で、ここを、斜めにね、黒で書くか、ここは。
No, there are no situations where you'd mix up ka
こ
and
こ
ka
で。
and chikara.
で、ここをね、通り過ぎないように止めるの、ここを。
All right, so you aim for the middle,
う
you
ん。
go above it a bit, and then you don't go past the first line.
そ
Okay.
う。この人は通り過ぎてますね。
I went too far. I at least
Mm.
arrived at it. I at least arrived
そう
at it.
この辺で止めればね。
I need to stop here.
Right.
So there's my third mistake.
うんうん。
Right.
で
Only 3 strokes and I've already got 3 mistakes and we're not even on the 3rd stroke yet. That's pretty awesome.
超細かくやって本当申し訳ない。
いや、いいです。
で、
お願いします。
この
厳しく。
次のね、この最後の一画ですけれど、
はい。
これさ、このはい、また出ました漢字の時のようにこのボックスに入っていると
Alright.
皆さんお考えください
Here
ね。
comes the box that we write
で
kanji in, yeah?
これね、よく見てこれ、
はい。
これ
This is huge. This is the huge difference on what mixes ours up is. Look at this. The first part, the first 2 strokes are all to the left of the middle line. Let's take a look at mine.
難しいですね、これ。
Ah!
そうですね。
Oh no. So hers is all on the left, and this one's very much crossing the line. Okay, next.
で、こっち側のボックスに入るようにしたいんで、この右側半分ね、この部分。だからこれは次にこう来た方が良いということですね。
I see. Okay, so then you draw this nice and long from right around the top of the first line. Boom. And that's just in the upper right corner. Okay, so now that I've learned, let's see if I can draw it a little bit better. All right,
頑張ってみて。
here we go. All right, first this has got to be short, eh? Shorter. And then this is going to be longer. And then we're going to go right about the middle. And then it's got to stop around there. And then this is going to be starting right there. And nice and long. Well, that was terrible. This isn't a real box. Hi. Let's try that again. I'm going to try it here. I'm going to try it here.
縦長すぎだったか、このボード自体に。
Not quite.
でも、だいたいそんな感じですね。いいじゃん。
Oh.
ダメ？ちょっともう一回。
It's better than before, for sure. I still can't make it look nearly as good as yours for some reason.
まあね、だって私何万回書いてるね。
She says, well, of course, because I've written it tens of thousands of times. Okay, it's too long, eh? And I'm curving that too much.
あ、そうだね。そうかも。
She's going straight.
これをめっちゃ長くするなら、こっちも長くしないと。
So if I'm going to make this super long, this also has to be super long.
そう。だけどあんまり長すぎるとちょっとさ、なんていうの、ちょっとダウンって感じになっちゃうんじゃないですか。だからまあちょっとこっちよりは長いんだけど、ここがね。
It's a little bit longer. Maybe not double.
これちょっと左側にずれるな、私。
And that's got to be even longer. So the longer this is, the longer this line needs to become to be balanced. So it's all about balance, right? You want to balance it out. So if you were to balance it on its tip, it would be perfectly balanced. So it's not quite way longer. Okay. And then this is going to be straight. Okay. And then this is going to be like that. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, this is going to be bad.
そんなことないよ。その最後の伸ばしをもうちょっと長くすれば。長く書いたらね。
はい。
いいじゃないですか。
Okay.
上手じゃないですか。
That's not too bad. はい。And the katakana is easier. That's just.
そう。
I don't feel like I have too much problem with the katakana.
そうだね。いい感じです。
That's fine, eh? It's an American ka can't help but be wider than the Japanese version. This is extremely helpful to me, just throwing that out there. Thank you, Nimitsu Fish. I'm glad to hear that.
ありがとうございます。
Right. The top two kind of make aha.
どこ？あはどこ？
the top two? This and this, eh? I see. These two strokes, eh? Almost a ha. Yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah, kind of like a katakana ha. They're almost the same length as each other. 確かに. Oh, that was my best ka ever, probably.
いいじゃん、いいじゃん。
Okay.
上手じゃないですか。もう私の何万回のかを超えてくるね、もう。
Alright. I needed this lesson so much. My car always my worst. My Genki workbook work. Yes, mine too. My handwriting's already terrible with Roman characters. Might as well when I start writing Japanese. How to write? Is that O? I can't remember. I can't remember what that
A
was supposed to.
です。
A. Right.
絵はね、旧カナなんで。
You will never have to write it.
そう。
That's the first thing. But it's A.
はい。これね、ぶっちゃけると一画だと思うんです。
It's just one stroke.
違
Yeah.
うかな
I think it is one stroke. I'm pretty sure.
うん。
I'm pretty sure you go.
あ、
It's just a do,
まず E があったね。はい。
and then you go like that, right?
そうそう。あ、そうそうそうそう。だけど、こういうルでこうなんですよ。
Ah, okay. So it's just one stroke.
そう。で、ルをね、ちっちゃく書くのよ、ルを。ちょっとね。あ、そうそうそう。いいですね、いいですね。この。
Do I'm not terrible at.
そう。ここでこうやってきてから、このちょん、ちょんって感じなんだよね。これ2か。ここまでで、ここがあれなのかな、違うと思うんだよね。一画だよね、これ。
By the way, this equals this.
わかんないけど。そう、そうです。
It's no longer used, but you might see it in very
Hi.
old writings. Hope y'all go through all of them. 勉強になります. We're going to be doing a full Hiragana video. And maybe we'll do like a little series where we like
あれみんな絵
we go
は
through some of these tips as
絵
well.
はやるけど、いはやらないんですか？いは。
The old E?
うん。これい。
That's the old E.
うん。
だって。
てかね、多分やゆよのところに入るからこれって。
Ah, it pops in the やゆ
そうそう。
やよ。
これやでしょ？
や。
で、こうでゆでこのこうだと思うんだよ。やいゆえよだと思うんですよこれ。
やいゆえを
よ。
よ。
うん。
やいゆ
違うかな？
えをよ。because it's e and e, I want to say o there.
そう、スペルがね、多分ちょっと変だけど、こうだと思うんですよ。
なるほど。
で、これが
ye。
そう。
I've never studied those characters,
だから
as you can see.
こう全部このや行だからここがね。
Can you read kobun? Every Japanese person has studied kobun in school. Whether they could read it as adults is a different story, but can Yuki read kobun? Some.
Some?
Some.
A little って感じで。
A little bit. There's actually, so like these are the only ones, these are like the ancient ones that were in use up to like maybe 100 years ago. You might see in some writing, but there's actually way more hiragana. There's like way more. It's not just these two weird ones. There's like 50 other ones that were abandoned over time. But you can actually find like the history, if you go into the history of hiragana, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of other ones too. But I don't think you can probably type them. But yeah, this one is pretty cool. It's kind of a bummer that one's not used, but it's just a little bit, it's a little excessive.
まあね、これ
a
で
little
も
bit
ね
excessive.
こういうのになっちゃうとね、その変態かなというやつもね、出てきちゃうから、私のさ、そのおばさん、おばさんね、グレートグラマ
ー Your great grandma, yeah.
は仙台に住んでたその佐藤さんっていう人なんですけど、佐藤ってひらがな、2文字だったんですけど、変態かなというスタイルの名前で書いてあったからね、お葬式に行っても、佐藤っていう名前が読めなくて、読めないんですよ。
Yuki said that when her great grandmother, she lived in Sendai, her last name was Sato, and they wrote it in old hiragana, hentai hiragana they're called. I can't remember. It's like strange hiragana. I guess you could translate that as, or just a different. I guess hentai could also be different form hiragana. And when they went to her funeral, couldn't read the name. Still, can you write it now? She still can't write it.
書けないし読めません。そうか、いとえは和行なのかな。ちょっと私間違ってるかも。
和行じゃなかったっけ says jellyfish.
ね、和行かも。
聞いてる。It's possible, yeah, possible.
ね、ちょっと自信ない。
She's not confident in that, so take it with a grain of salt. She's looking it up now, though. And Monte Margo said, on the first hiragana chart I learned, they were on it. Then I read later they were obsolete. Yeah, you see that sometimes. Sometimes, for some reason, they're included on modern charts sometimes, which can be confusing for new learners. That's why a lot of new learners know these, despite them being completely useless, which is kind of funny to me. I didn't know about them until probably 5 years into my journey. Like, I probably saw them somewhere, but I just didn't pay attention to them. Excuse me.
本当だ。
So the poll is very much in favor of the game. If you'd like us to continue going through Hiragana, Katakana, please let us know by voting in the poll. I'll give it another 2 or 3 minutes. But if the poll stands, which is 75% of 32 voters saying they'd like to see the new game, we will play the new game for, I don't know, a little bit.
本当だね。このあれジェリーフィッシュさん和行です。和行で
Okay,
した。
so it's not in the ya
すいません。 そうそう。
It's not in that row, it's in the wa row.
うん。でもね、見てこれさ、旧かなってさ、このもう文字分けしちゃって何が入ってるか見えないんだね。
In the old kana, it's not even showing up in the font. You probably can't see that, but it's not showing up in the various font lists.
ここね。
So you can see they're not even available in a lot of the fonts. There's probably fonts you can get that have them
まあ
all.
確かにね。
But they're not showing up.
これね、うんそうそう。いいのカタカナ。
Yeah, the E.
ね。
Genji Monogatari. Yeah, probably if you get like an original version. But most versions
や
nowadays
りますよ。
are
中
translated.
学か高校の時。
They do that in middle school. Genji Monogatari. Middle school?
わかんない。どっちかわかんない。
Or high school? One or the other. Excuse me. But yeah, everyone studies it in school, so everyone can do a little bit of it. But yeah. So before we move on to the game, while we wait for the voting to end, we got a little bit more time on that. I wanted to show you guys. We could pop over to ai u. We'll do u first before moving on. Nga, nga. I think that's how they write nga in phonetic font. I can't remember what that is actually supposed to be. The ka with the little pu, the plosive sign on it. It's not a plosive, I don't believe. I think it's like nga or something. But
すごいこのウェブサイト変態かな全部教えてくれる。
oh wow, it's got all of them. Wow, there's some wacky ones in there. And there's
なん
like
か
15 just for sa.
これかな。
It's basically
こんな感
kanji.
じだったような気がするんだけどわかりません。
Show on the camera. Here's a website with just a bunch of
ね
old hiragana.
これが作業なんですけど。
These are all just sa.
うん。これね。ここまでこう。
That
こ
was
っから
cool.
さ。
Let's zoom in. From here, all of these, every single one of them is sa. Old versions of sa. So hiragana's gone through a lot to get to where it is now. Okay, we finally finished sa. Now it's shi. That one's pretty close to shi. Still shi. Still shi. Oh, now we're to su. There's a river, but it's not based on river. There's another su. Well, that was close to. This is very similar to the modern su. It's based on the same thing.
そう、それ同じやつも入ってるんですけど、その多分ね、名前に使ってる漢字をこういう風にかな、ひらがなにしてるから、これとかさ、ほら、勢いっていう漢字、そのままだけど、せって読むでしょ。
It's just the kanji. Andy's kanji knowledge is really good. I think I've only seen him not know a kanji one time. No, I not know a kanji many times.
わかんないけど、なんか私のおばさんの名前はこれかこれだと思うんですよ。
Look what I just did. I didn't realize the cap was off of this.
どうした
And I just like balanced the marker on our mouse pad. Just like this, I just balanced it, not realizing that the cap was off it, and now it's permanently blue. F's in chat. F's in chat for that.
はい。
Anyway.
じゃあ以上です。
Saw Collector's Edition, yes.
そう、あもね、あも相当あるよ、あも。あもね、
every single one. There's a collector's edition for everything.
あ、4つ。
Well, there's only 4 for Those are cheap.
ね、このあね、結構出るんだよね、多
This
分。
one? She sees this one quite a bit.
なんかね、結構。
Well, I mean, this is what the katakana is based on.
うん。
Africa no a.
そうだね。
だから、it makes sense.
これ、
This
さ
one's
っきの
cool.
いいだよ。さっきのいいね。
This is what he is based on, the original.
全部さ、こんな感じに見えてくるね。
They all look like, oh.
あ、これもね、よく見るよね。
You see this one often. She says, oh, I often see this. It's like, I've never seen this in my life. It's just a squiggle. So how do you often see this squiggle? In children's drawings?
似てる似てる。
She says you often see this one.
ねえ、なんか。
In kids' drawings on the wall, ideally.
ねえ、ほんと。
That's funny.
こういうのね 本当だよ
対
ね。
応表ですね。
ね、そういう感じでもう研究だよね。ここ
It's
まで
very much research
そ
stuff.
う
What website is that? Can you,
あ、リンク欲しいですね。
I do. She's going to send that over to my Discord and I'll pop it up for you guys. I'm late. Is this old hiragana? That is what it was. Yes, it was very old hiragana. Draw that, Yuki. I'll draw. I'll draw it for you guys.
無理無理。
How's that? Is that close enough? I think it's close. I guess it's a little bit more like this. Something like that, eh? That's the other hiragana. Here's sa for you. And to. And ka. That's basically what that was. It's close enough, right?
あれこれど
Wow, beautiful, says Radclaw. Yeah, for sure. Having a hard time sending it? I see no differences, says Coming to Japan Dan. I do not either. Okay, let's get the Discord up. Yuki's trying to send it, but maybe it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sweet.
開きました。
I will share the link with you guys right now if you want to take a look. There you go. Oh. I copied and it pasted like a... Okay, no, it's fine. You just draw it with feeling. Yeah, that's all. It's emo. Emo hiragana. Doctor's signature. Looks like an ancient scroll. Art.
普通の人は読めないからね。私も普通の人だから読めないんですよ。
So, she can't read it either. Andy, please make that a short. I gotta clip a bunch of stuff out of this live stream. I gotta clip her ka explanation and her tsu and
あ、そっか。
and she explanation. Gotta clip it
そ
all.
っか、そういうのね、みんな。
Come back and cut some stuff out of this. Definitely.
はい。
Might ask Dan when he's done with the kanji video to come back and cut a few things out of this live stream if I don't have time. I might have time. We'll see.
ね、でもね、そういうなんか難しいさ、ね、書くのが難しいやつ
うん。
はやるのがいいかもね。そういうクリップとかで。
そうだね。
うん。だって、そとかさ、をとか難しくない？
So and o?
を
A little bit. I can tell. Oh, you mean the katakana?
うん。
the
ひら
hiragana?
がなが。
Yeah, the different tips. It would be good to make a video, like a full video where we actually go over the difficulties.
ちょっと
between these two.
本当にそれをですか？
Yuki's gonna give us a critique on my wo. Let's see.
大
Let's see.
丈夫です。
What's
はいはい
wrong?
もう
Yeah, no, I'd
ゲー
love
ム
to.
やらないと。だってみんな
I'd
ゲ
love
ーム
to.
やるって言ってからや
そう
ってないよ。
So.
ここね、こう飛び出した方がいいですよ。
Oh, that should come through, she says. Interesting. Okay, so it should be like that.
うん、そうそうそう。
へ
そうです、そうです。上手。
All right, let's see yours.
上手これ。
She says this one's good.
同じですよ、ほとんど。
She goes more like a straight
そう
line.
ここがね、これね、難しいんだよね。
Mine
これ
curves.
でもこうやってやれ
Hers
ばいい
comes back and then just goes straight like that and then goes through. Interesting.
そう、むずいんだよね。このね、このアングルがね、超むずいと思う。
It's a difficult angle.
そう、これね。
Mine tends to go up. I tend to go like that. But I guess that's kind of like a chi almost. Although chi is more like that, I guess. But.
そっちはね、うん、こういう感じなんだけど、あ、出てなかった。
Oh, I was doing something correctly that Andy wasn't. Just blew my mind, man. Yeah, there's plenty of things that I do not write correctly. I am not perfect in that sense, for sure.
そう、をはね、突き抜けてください。
Imagine these people coming up with hiragana and one dude asks what about this one, and it's just them making scribbles. It basically is. Although, in the end, what it really is them taking kanji and writing it tens of thousands of times and getting faster and faster and faster. And then that's just like the super, super fast version of the kanji. That's all it is. But I think that's literally what happened.
そうとかみんな間違えてない？大丈夫かな？
So
そう
so is very difficult. Why don't we write that for them?
アンディさ、たま
You
に
wanna see
間
my
違えて、うん。
The hiragana?
そう
Okay.
逆から書いてない？なんかたまに。あ、いいじゃん、いいじゃん。
There's
今
my
日いけてる、今日いけてるよ。
いや、そうは間違いないよ。
あ、本当？
It's never nice. Like, I could definitely do it better.
はいはいはい。まあ、いい感じ、いい感じ。
She says it's okay.
そう。
Not bad. Let's see hers.
そう、たまにね、なんか、その間違えてるやつ。こっちからさ、こうやって書いちゃう人いない？なんか。こう
Looks like THC. Which one? This one? So looks like
so-
THC? Or
so
O?
so-
O looks like THC. No, Grammy's giving us a 60s hippies lesson. Looks like THC was a drug of the 60s. Whoa. O ね。 For this one. I see. This one looks like THC. Oh, it does look like THC.
THC って何?
It's the active ingredient in marijuana.
何それ?
THC. It's the thing that gets people high when they smoke
あ、上手
marijuana.
その棒。
So there's my perfect. Oh, that does look like THC though. That's hysterical.
何それ?
Especially the font version. Wow, I can never unsee that now. It's a T,
うん
an H,
うん
and a C. T, H, C equals T. What up?
いや、わかるんですけど。
H, C. Just pull those together and it looks
あ、
like
そっか、そうなんだね。
and then you can say whoa from the 60s. That's hermeneutic. That's good. I like that.
へえ。
Sue's that hardest one for me. Sue's the hardest one for me. Oh, Sue's okay. Interesting.
おー。あ、セリオルセレナ、こんばんは。
Baka says that one really helps. I'll never forget that one.
そうか、ウォーってそんななんか私たちが知らないやつがあんのね。日本人がわからないやつが。
Whoa. Oh,
じゃあ
whoa.
そうは一応ね、これが正しいです。
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, I can already see what I'm doing wrong there. This would be straighter, then we come straight down, and then instead of going up like this,
うん。
go straight, like a Z,
うん。
and then down, eh?
Ah,
But I
いいですね。
didn't have enough space, but...
あ、
Okay,
上手
I
上
see.
手。で
That's
こ
much
こ
better.
をね、手みたいにね、くるってするとね、結構バランスよくできま
Ah,
す
so
よ。
if you do it like te,
So.
and you make it sort of curvy,
うん。
then you go straight and then down. Oh.
そう。
Okay, let me show you guys what I see for this. 100%. Okay, see this? This is my little so.
はい。
All right. It's a moai. Here's the eye. This is his nose. Okay, now it's a Simpson, I guess. But am I the only one that sees that? It's like that's the nose. That's the forehead.
あ、そうそうそうそう。なんか
Looks
ね、
like a-
ハリー・ポッターのライトニングスカーって感じだよね。
Oh, someone said
ほんと
Harry Potter's lightning scar. Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
Okay, my so is like immediately better. Huh. Picasso. Nice, nice. Yeah,
確かに
yeah. Anyway, and then we got the little eye there. There's his nose.
はい。ちょっとみんなにゲ
That's
ー
what
ム
I see.
やるって言ったのに、このままじゃコンティニューするカラーになっちゃうよ、このままじゃ。
So then everyone's voted for
So,
well
私たち
69% of 42 votes.
そうだよ、もう。
The answer to the
Poll
question
したのに。
42.
あ、でもなんか、ストラグがあるって言ってる
Despite
な。
despite people voting for the game, we're continuing with Hiragana. Sorry. Yeah. So we could jump into that. Although it's getting pretty late, so we're not actually going to be able to play much of the game.
そうだよ。もう、みんなを裏切ってるよ、ポーズしたのに。
Yeah, well, it was definitely easy to remember with those mnemonics, Grammy. That's good. All right. Shall we jump into the game and see what it's like? Just
そ
for
う
the
だ
beginning?
ね。
We can try.
例やった方がいいのかな。まあちょっと。
I'm going to pop this out and pop it up here.
はい。まあみんながね、ちょっとその声の様子見てダメだってなったら例やるか。
そうだね。
うん。みんな、あ、声全然なんかちょっとなんか思ってたんと違うってなったら。
have to close this up. And the poll. Boom. I need to put the chat up there so we can actually see it. Because I don't have double monitors now. And we are going to pop over to showing you guys. Hi guys, how you doing? Make that smaller. And we'll give the game an open. All right, this is called Koe. It's part 1 of Koe. I don't have a controller. This game needs a controller for the best experience. I do not have a controller in this room. At all.
本当
Not in this room, they're all downstairs. So I'm going to try to play it without a controller. Anyway.
ないわ。なかった。
Okay, there's no full screen, I guess. I guess when we get into it, we can pull up the full screen. Very much appreciate you finally being here. Koe Part 1 is the initial Koe story and covers around 80% of the entire culmination of chapters. All parts will be provided as updates to the game, and your save data will carry over to each part. Like all language learning tools, Koe is a great supplementary tool for your studies, as well as an easy first introduction to the language no matter how you play it. Whether this is your first foray into the Japanese language or you're using this as part of your larger studies, we're very happy to be part of your journey. We hope you enjoy this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, sweet. Config, graphic settings.
あれはどうですかね音とか。
Yeah, how's the sound? Let us know. Ultra.
でもあれがチャットが見えないね。
We'll see it up there.
本当？
Oh, why is that there? What happened?
Why
is this there?
引っ越した。
いや、引っ越してねえよ。チャットがそこにあった。で、exit. There's chat. Okay. Alright. There we go.
はい。
Can you see that, guys?
はい。
Pop this over here, full screen, apply.
本当に出てんの？
Huh. They cancel. Alright. Let's pull this down.
おー。
Everyone's good? Okay. And you can
本当
see?
だ。
Bring down the game
こうい
audio
う
a
風
bit.
に出て
Okay,
ん
bring
の
it
か。
down.
こういう風に出てんのか。
How's the audio now? We're good to go? Japanese 101 class. The 101 class is recommended for players with little to no Japanese language experience. Let's click on that and see what it is. Oh, interesting.
お、なるほど。
よく来たな。私はこのレッスンを担当するミカサだ。
Interesting.
ミカ
Okay.
サ先生と呼んでくれ。
Okay, so we've got the English translation for everything we just said, and if we press Z,
Game is not centered と書いてあるよ。
あれ？
ほら。
本当だ。What is going on there? Hold on one second. Let's figure out what's going on. I don't remember how to use Windows. Ah, I see.
なるほど。
We need to click on this. Display capture.
ふむふむ。
There we go. Sorry guys, technical difficulties, because this is my job.
あ、すごい。なんか動い
Is
た。
that better? Okay. So she just spoke in Japanese, which is cool.
あ、音量高すぎるって書
Alright,
いてある。
turning it down, turning it down. Sorry.
音量高すぎる。
Alright, turn that down. So anyway, she just spoke in Japanese, but there's English here. Now if I press Z, let's see what happens. Oh, it pops up on top. よく来たな。私はこのレッスンを担当する
なるほど。
ミカサだ。ミカサ先生と呼んでくれ。Okay, she's very casual.
うーん。
Okay, so this is the starter Japanese lesson. We'll hit control to continue.
ゲーム内で言葉の意味を知りたいときは、トリガーやマウスホイールを使うか、カーソルを合わせることでも確認できるぞ。
Oh,
では、
interesting.
早速レッスンを始め。まずは日本語の読み書きに必要な文字体系の説明からしていくぞ。
Okay, interesting. So she's going to teach everything. Okay.
黒板に書かれているのは、日本語で使用される4種類の表記体系だ。今回
Interesting.
のレッスンでは3つを詳しく説明していき、最後のローマ字は簡潔に言及する。
Okay, so she's basically going to teach us about all the character systems. Interesting, I just hit exit and it gave us the log, the whole log, but that's only the log is only in English, it looks like. But yeah, okay. That's cool. We got the Japanese here. Now I want to get out of here. So I want to how would I stop this?
その3つ
Okay, I can go back.
かでは黒板の板書を踏まえると
It looks like
という文字はローマ字でどんな発音になる？
it looks like I can't quit. Which is I don't like.
いきなり
I can't quit. I can't quit.
次のなんかそのあ
I'm
れま
stuck
でや
forever
ら
with
ないん
Mikasa.
じゃない。
So basically,
うん
I want to leave this for you guys if you ever want to play it, and I just want to skip. But it looks like I have to choose stuff.
うん、
Oh, do I have to write that? Karate.
はい。
Is that what I have to do?
What do you think la sounds like と書いてあります。
Oh, is that what it says? I think it sounds like that. But I can't do anything.
でコントロールじゃない？
All right, so Alt 4 always works. Okay.
あれ選べないってこと？
I've chosen it,
うん。
but I can't continue. Okay, Alt F4.
どうして？
Cool. Alt F4 works, as someone said in chat.
ちょっと待って、本当に？
Try F1 or F2 for my visual novel experience. Anyway, we don't need that starter class, so we're going to skip that and actually jump into the game. So we're going to go new game, and we are just going to go right into it.
私チャットさ、私のさ iPhone からじゃないと見られんくなったわ、この。
All right, so we're going to try out the game. Control didn't work. I tried a bunch of different buttons. So we're actually going to try out the game. So you might want to do that class if you're just starting out.
前へ進んで声のする方へ暗闇を恐れることはないわあなたは私の光
Okay, I like that it's already all in Japanese.
Oh.
WASD does work. Okay, can I jump? I cannot jump. Okay. Okay, we've got a sword. Shiraberu spacebar. A sword lays fixed in the foundation below you. What will you do? What do you want to do, Yuki? Pull it out or leave it alone? Don't fall for it, says Sarah. Pull it out?
抜いてみよ
Sarah said don't fall for it. I don't know if this is what they're talking about.
う。抜ける
Oh, it broke. Is that what you were talking about? Never.
それはあなたには必要のないものよ
I don't need
は
it.
るかに強力なものを持っているのだから
I have something much more powerful. Ooh.
なんですって
But I don't care if I have something more powerful. I want a sword. Come on. Give me a sword.
え、マジもう調べられないのそれ
Nope, it's gone.
嘘みんな
Lots of jokes going on in chat. All right.
大変だ
I thought Monica 2.0 was going to trap you again, to be honest. I still might get trapped. I thought I wasn't going to be able to choose an option.
いきなりミスアクション起こしたよこれ
あなたはどうしてここに
What
来たの
brought you here? Guys, you choose. Let chat choose. I just want to have fun. I want to fight. I want to learn. I want to learn is already chosen for me.
あ、そうなんですね
It's like already chosen, but I'm going to choose something else. What do you guys think? What should we choose? Fight, says Sarah. Abdullahi. Learn, dork, says Nimitsu the Fish. Fight, says Happy Bell. Learning, says Morbid Blessing. I want to fight. Fight. All
み
right,
んな
fight
ア
is
グ
winning.
レッシブだね
Well, they stole our swords, so we got to fight back. 勉強したいです、says Suckle.
いいですね
Fun, says Misa Studiano. It looks like fight is the winner because they stole our sword.
うんうんうん
So we're going to choose fight.
そう
I see, that's
いい理
respectable.
由ね
いい理由ね。
私についてきて
私についてきて。
やばいなんかいきなりちょっとサスだね
All right, let's see what the... Okay, we're going to keep the Japanese up. So if you press the Z button, Japanese is always right here. That's nice. I'll check the log. Okay. Interesting. I wish we had the log in Japanese, but on we go. Yuki says it's already suspicious.
あなたはまだ空の器
An
自
empty
分が
vessel.
誰なのか覚えている
自分が誰なのか覚えている? Do you remember who you are? Is this isekai? It seems like it's isekai, doesn't it? Oh, I get to choose. Okay. Hi.
ああこれキャラクターまだ作
地
って
面に
ないって
描かれた
こと
言葉が表すの
There
は
are two colors on the
2つ
floor.
の色
Red
赤
and
と
red.
青よ
Red and red. I don't care what you say. Red and red. All right. Okay.
本当だ
So if I get rid of that, if I hover over the word, we've got red, aka, red,
Hmm.
crimson, scarlet, and we've got blue, ow. And they don't include that. Ow could also be green, which they should. You got hit by Truck-kun in another life. That is exactly what happened. So deep, says Come to Japan Dan. Tatakao. What do we choose? I prefer blue. I like blue, so we're gonna go with blue.
この一つ
One
言
of these
葉
is
の
you.
上に立って己を解放するの
I'm gonna release myself. I could be either one.
へえ
And I prefer blue, which just happens to be the guy.
なんか誰
Which is
か
fine.
赤がプリファーの人がいるよ
So everyone's saying red. So we've got two reds chosen. All right, I'll let you guys choose. You go ahead. Anata
ミュースリ
Muesli.
ー
Muesli.
確かにねミュウツーの逆襲それだったよねあなたはミュウツーってなるミュウからミュウのクローンで
What happened to the
みたい
fight?
な感
I
じだった
know.
よね
We've got two reds. We got a blue, blue, blue. This looks fun enough. Adding another one for my Steam wishlist. It's on sale right now. It's 10% off.
ミュウスリーがいい私もミュ
Tell him
ウ
I
スリ
sent
ー
you.
見たい
3, 4. Oh yeah, it's red pill, blue pill. That's true. Green. We got a lot of reds showing up. The blues don't count. They aren't in Japanese. Looks like we've got to take the red pill. I have to go to bed though. Thanks everyone. Blue pill, red pill. Looks like the red pill has been chosen. How many do we have? We got one
おやす
blue.
み
Red is 1. 2 for red. 2 for blue. 2, 2. 3 for blue. 4 for blue. They're even. So the next vote is what we will be. Whoever says whichever one it is. The next vote. Red or blue.
え私もちょっとやろう
Dan says yellow. Choose yellow. Blue it is. Okay, Morbid Blessing said blue. Yuki didn't vote in time. Yuki was going to try and vote. Blue, blue. Okay, double blue. Mew City. Mew City. All right, that's me. Interesting. I'm being released. Released from prison. Oh, there's a save button.
あなたに必要なのは言葉だけ。
All I need are
言葉こ
words.
そが最強の力。
They are our most powerful asset. Yeah, game Koei part 1.
言葉があなたをあなたにするの。
Words make you.
そして戦いに必要になるのも言葉のみ。
We only need words for our fighting. We're going to be in the debate club. That's what's happening.
ファイトクラブ
No, debate club, not fight club.
あなたは光から現れた。そして虚無も光から現れた。
Okay, from the light we emerged, and so did the void, apparently. This is basically, it has some persona vibes.
ペルソナこんな感じだった
I can't get into the little track.
むずいな、ここ。
Okay, I got there. What's up? Did I jump into the light?
これは変異点。
変異点. The high level word to start the game out. SMT in my opinion. Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
この光の下に救っているのが
SM
邪気よ。
Jackie. Corruption grows beneath the light here. Whoa, whoa.
あ、ちょっとこれ見た
Here
ことあ
comes the
る。
trap. Yuki already breaking the first rule of Fight Club.
助けて。
助けて。
言葉を使って手を倒すの。
They all say 戦おう.
あ、
Okay.
なるほど。戦いたかったからね。
They all say fight. はい、戦おう. Oh, and it attacks it. Okay. 戦おう. Alright, so we literally just run to the word.
なるほどね。
戦おう. The music's kind of banging.
すごいダンシングハンドじゃん。
Dancing hand. It's a dancing
勝利を
hand.
つかむ最善の方法は
Sometimes the best way to win a fight is to simply run away. Okay, nigeru is to run away.
へー
Okay.
ポケモンみたい。
Yuki says it looks like Pokemon.
ほら、ダンシングハンドじゃん。
Dancing hand. What's up? What game is this? It's called
あなたは今、
Koe.
始まりの地点にたどり着いた。
We've reached the beginning
もう
point.
すぐ言葉を選ぶ時が来るわ。言葉を覚え、使わなくてはならない時が。
So we'll have to remember the words to actually use them apparently.
あなたの言葉は想像をはるかに超えた力を持つことになる。
Okay, your words will have more power than you could ever
あなたは
imagine.
一人ではない。私があなたを導き、できる限りの力になるわ。だけど、あなたも耳を傾けなくてはならない。
Mm-hmm.
時間と忍耐が必要になるでしょう。
Okay. They're not going easy on the Japanese. It's just right out the door. Bam, let's go. They have to have the
多
translation.
くの困難が待ち受けているわ。危機に陥った時、あなたはどうする？
But the voice acting is not
あなた
terrible.
は一人じゃない。そのことを覚えておいて。声を上げて、学ぶことすべてを利用するのよ。
声。はい。
門の向こうであなたの世界が呼んでいるわ。
Peace.
少しの間、お別れね。
早い。早い。
また
Let's go.
すぐに会えるわ。
はいはい。
とはいえ、このような形では
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
私もファイトクラブのルールをさ、破っちゃったらしいんで
Yes,
すけ
yes,
ど。
because the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. It changes dramatically after this, says Michael Irwin.
やばい、
Okay.
しまったわ。
We're on a plane. It's Sunday at nighttime.
皆様にお知らせいたします。
Okay. You got an
日
announcement from
本
the
国際
captain.
空港に到着いたしました。
We're at the National
最終
Japan
案内を
Airport.
申し上げます。
Get
最後の
off.
方向に従い、速や
It's
か
the
に
last call to
近
get
くの
off.
出口から降りてくださいますようお願い申し上げます。お
I guess
忘れ
so.
物のございませんようご注意ください。
Don't forget your stuff.
はーい。
It seems you fell asleep. Everyone has already left. It's time for you to begin your journey. Let's go. I'm gonna go out the back. Oh. Okay. I guess I
結
can't.
構
I can't
散
choose.
らかってるね、飛行機。
Who's on board? Nobody. Yomikomi-chu. Oh, we're in the airport.
おー。なんか かポケモンみたいに
It does look a lot like
作ってる
Pokemon.
ね
Yeah, it's very stylish. I thought there was like only one person working on this, but I guess not. They went all in.
本日はご利用いただきありがとうございました。
You're very
エス
welcome.
カレーターを降りて道なりに進むと税関がありますので、そちらで申告書を書いていただいた後に入国していただける流れとなります。
So basically, it looks like we're in the same flow as Wagotabi without the magical vibes.
なるほど。
飛行機を降りたのは
四
お客様
I
が
don't think
最
it's
後のようですので、並ぶこともなくスムーズに進めるかと思います。
Isn't it the reverse? If you're the last to leave the plane, it's going to take the longest to go through. I must have been sleeping on that plane for a long time. Nintendo has entered the
飛
chat.
行機という言葉はご存知でしょうか？
Okay. I saw someone complaining about this in the reviews. They said the first word they try to teach you is hikoki, which is some heavy-duty kanji. Here you go, guys. First word you're going to learn. The very first kanji you're going to learn.
すごい
Alright.
難しいなこれ。
ちょっとね。Too hard to start things out. Hikoki ne. Okay.
すごい
The word, of course, is very common, but the kanji are quite difficult.
そうね。
Start. Okay. They very leveled up Wagotabi. It means airplane.
この言葉
I
が
hope this
お
word
客
is of
様
help
の
to
お
you.
役に立てれば幸いです。
Okay, so the
こ
red
の
words you
先
can
も
hover
お気を
over.
つけていってらっしゃいませ。
I
はい
see. So what's going to happen here is they're going to slowly replace all of the English with the Japanese, which is super cool. At least it's honest about Japanese. Yeah, that's very cool. They don't dumb it down. What happened
なるほ
to
ど
Takashi desu? Ho ho ho.
ね
Yeah, the first word in Wagotabi was Takashi. That's right. I'm just gonna stick to your kanji series. Yeah. Even though they're difficult, the kanji are common too, to be honest. Of course, like it's very visually distinct. So, all right, fly go machine. That is exactly it. Welcome to Japan. Looks like you'll be spending the next year here. You're going to be studying at Japanese school, but first you'll need to get out of the airport. it's like an escape room, the airport. You received your first word from the flight attendant. You can press the menu button to look at your words. In the menu, you'll be able to look at your inventory. This is where your words you've obtained are stored. You may notice there are a few types of words you can hold. These are nouns, koto no ha, okay, and
うんうん
doshi, verbs. Hai. Doshi are persistent words, whereas koto no ha are single use. I see. I'm guessing this means attacks. Doshi are special words that aren't used until later in your journey. Whether or not you receive words, any words you come across will be added to your dictionary. Here you can check the translation and stroke order of any of the words you've seen. Your homestay family should be waiting for you outside. You should get going. Okay, so where's the menu? Exit? I'll hit exit. Status. Anata.
うーん
Okay, we've got all the hiragana.
おお
ね、
やったやつじゃん
け、う、ぬ、
濁点もつけられるよ
Oh, cool. Then we've got
で
dakuten.、
ず、ぐ、
We can go katakana.
ず、ぜ、
点々って書いてあるわ濁点じゃなかった
Dakuten.
点々って書いてあったわ
Interesting. Okay. Got our dictionary. I already got quite a few words in there. Airplane. Recently learned English.
うーん
Recently learned kana. Cool. Moves. Nothing. Avatar.
Nice.
Nothing. System. Not worried. Configure. Okay. Cool. Stroke orders there.
おー
Okay. Walking is just WASD, which is fine. They say you need a controller. Oh, you can see outside the airport.
ね
What do these guys have to say? Space bars to talk to. Technology is incredible. That was a shame I can't use my mobile phone in this country. Why not? Japan is so much harder than the UK. I wonder if we could get chips here. Okay, so
なる
just
ほど
random people don't talk in
Yeah.
Japanese yet. Hey, you fell asleep on the flight, right? I walked past you. I thought of waking you up, but you look comfortable.
ほう
Thanks,
ほ
bro.
うほ
Oh, wow. These are real boards. They've got real flights. Osaka, Sapporo,
う
Kyoto.
本当だ
10:30, 3:30. At 1:10, we're going to Kumamoto, Okinawa, and Fukuoka. Nagoya. All right, these are the best graphics I've seen in a language learning game so far. That's pretty
ね
impressive.
すごい床が反射してるよ
Yeah, the floor is reflecting the ceiling. She looks busy on her phone. Let's talk to her anyway. She looks busy on her phone. She looks busy on her phone. Okay, you can't annoy people. いつでも、どこでも、ball! It's a banana! It's a banana!
本当だ
They fit the banana!
本
We
当だ
found the
よ
bananas! Okay, can I not change the camera? I'm assuming I can't change the camera. Maybe with a
本当
controller you
だ
could? It's not gel, it's bow. banana.
バナナだしすごいことが起きています。上司コーヒー。あ、ボスか。
Boss. Girl coffee. Boss. Okay, so I'm
え
gonna skip
上
talking
司
to these.
上司コーヒーだから。
Ah, boss. Oh, Joshi coffee. Okay. Joshi coffee じゃなくて。
上
Joshi.
司コーヒー。
技術がすごいね。Can I go down
ね
both? This reminds me of the Philippines airport actually.
え、
In Manila.
嘘。
There was one you come right off and you go down these little things into the waiting room.
そう、成田っぽくない？
You can't go back. You can totally go back.
Oh.
They lied. You can go back. Oh, they close up, I guess, those things. Oh,
あ、
you can't go on this one. So if you go out here,
ど
you
うや
can't
っ
go back
て
out.
登ってき、どうやって降りたの？これ登
Oh,
って
this one you can go back up. Haha. Narita sokkuri, says Jellyfishin. Looks just like Narita. あなたと未来を作る IT 企業。
へえ。これ未来テックっていう会社がこのゲーム作ってんのかな。
No, it's called Sunshine Games or something.
すごいこの広告がアドバタイズがさめっちゃさっきのモチ
Yeah, they put a lot of work into the advertisements.
早いやつでいっちゃうんだ
using
ね。
lots of using lots of like jokes from actual Japanese stuff that they just change a single
さら
word.
ば。
パンパンの財布。
あー
Goodbye, my full wallet. Versacia. So if you buy that wallet, you're gonna lose all your money. Okay, let's go to the toilet.
へ
So
え
that's the。first thing you do when you get off the plane. Oh, men is also blue. Okay, that's gonna be
なる
confusing.
ほどね。
You enter the toilet. The urinal had a display, and you could play a video game. You don't get close to the high score. You know what? When I first came to Japan, like, it's funny that they make that reference. Like, 12 years. I don't see these anymore. 12 years ago, in like izakayas, sometimes they'd have a video game on the urinals, and it would the more you urinated, the higher the score got, and they kept track of the high scores. So you would have high scores of people. You could like enter your name.
何それ
So on the men's urinals. So yeah, like the more you peed, the higher score you get. I don't see those anymore. That used to be a thing. Can you go into the women's toilet? It says come to Japan Dan. Let's find out.
何それ
You go into the toilet. An old lady was washing her hands. She seems startled. You decide to leave the toilet. Ain't no way. Target practice. Yeah, that was a real thing. And I haven't seen it anymore. I heard they banned them because they cause people to injure themselves. Of course they did. Let's go down the wrong one. It's very realistic. They got the physics going here. Why I lived in Japan for 10 years and I never saw this. I don't think it happens anymore, jellyfishing. Lamey the Clown says they banned them. So that explains why I don't see them anymore. I completely forgot about that. That like brought back a lost memory. To get the maximum score, you need maximum ammo, yeah. Connecting international flights. This is very lit. It's actually got the real time. That's cool.
も
It's almost lunchtime for us. We've just started the game. All right. I wish you could run. There's no run button.
うすごいもっと見てってことじゃない
そうだね。
うん
でも most people starting this game can't read it though. 早くて快適。中央駅まで45分。
確かに
Cool.
これあれじゃんなんだっけこれあるよねこれ東急となんだっけいつも乗ってるやつ
I can't remember. There's a form of this. Let's fill it out. Okay, I have to put my name. Ho ho ho. Can I do katakana? Can I do kana? No.
できないな
Ho ho. All right, we're gonna be ho ho ho. I suppose it incentivizes the liquid consumption. I know a bar here that puts ice in the urinals to help convince intoxicated people to no pee on the floor. That's a good idea too. Ho ho
Minna
ho.
ho, ho,
Everyone
ho.
says ho ho ho. I already knew.
あれ
I
は
wish I could put it
ビ
in
ンガ
kana.
スじゃないビンガス
Bingus. Yeah, that'll be the. Oh, is it? There's also an area you need to write in your surname.
あビンガスホホホにする
Bingus ho 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 bingus. Okay, we'll go with ho ho bingus. Bingus. That's my surname. Ho 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 bingus. All right, you wrote your name as ho 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 bingus.
まあはははにすればよかった
Ando.
かな
Ando. Someone said Ando. You
あ
wrote your name as ho ho
ー
bingus. In Japanese, your family name comes first, so you write your name bingus ho ho ho.
おー
Is this correct? What do you guys think? Happy says bingus-san.
ね
All right. Yeah, we're gonna go with it's correct. Yes.
え おー
This is my first live stream, to be honest. Why ho ho ho? The Wago Tabis. We did a game called Wago Tabi for 3 live streams, and I typed in my name as Ando. And when the characters would read my name, they would say ho ho ho. So that became a little joke from the old ones. You've been detained for using a fake name. It's a perfect name though. And then Bingus was my rival's name in Wago Tabi.
桜町ですか。いいところですよ。
Oh,
手
okay.
続きを終えますので少々お待ちくださいね。
They are not this nice at border control.
So-
They don't say anything.
でもどこの空港もそうだよ
以
ね。
上です。
No, that's it. I'm
それ
good.
ではお気を
My
つけ
name
て
is。safe. Ho ho ho.
あ、車来た。
Wow. A Fit, or is this a Toyota? It's only got 2 doors. But the desk is the same. It is true. It was the same.
はじめまして
Yo!
長旅お疲れ様
Arigato!
やっと会えて嬉しいわ私は
Me too.
ホストマザーの岩田たまみよ
It's my
た
mom?
まみさんって呼んで
My
ね
host mom?
うーん。
She's like 17.
こっちは娘のローラよ
She's got a
この
daughter?
子に会えるのをとっても楽しみにしてたのよね
Say hi to ho ho ho,
ロー
Laura.
ラご挨拶は
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. Reminds me of border control when I was coming back to the States from Canada. They were so mean.
はじめまして。ローラです。日本へようこそ。
Thank you. Yeah, it's very anime.
ローラはちょっと人見知りなんだけど
Hitomi
きっと
shiri,
す
I
ぐ
mean
に打ち解
shy.
けられるわあなたのご両親が信頼して任せてくれた分私たちでしっかり面倒を見るからね
Arigato.
私と夫は公務員なんだけど
Oh, they're
主
both
に国
government
際関
employees.
係の部門で働いているの
Interesting.
夫は運悪く残業で今日は来れなかったのよごめんね
They found the Fountain of Youth in the
今日
dancing
の夜か
hands.
明日には家で会えると思うわ
Okay.
私たちの話はもういいわねフライトはどうだった運転しながらゆっくり話しましょう
Okay.
それと
Before you begin your journey, I
先
wanted to
に
ask you,
一
how
つ
much
聞いて
Japanese
お
do you
かな
know?
いとね
How much Japanese
今
do
の
we
時点
know?
で日本語はどれくらい知っているのかしら
What?
それ
I'm
やったら
curious.
さ、
Hmm.
ね、みんなとやってる意味がなくなっちゃわない？
Nande?
A lot.
I'm curious. I'm curious what will happen. Like, is it different levels if I say a lot, or is it the same? Like, if I say none at all, are they gonna teach me easy words? And if I say a lot, are they gonna assume that is it everything just gonna turn into Japanese?
うん。
So yeah, Jellyfishin says curious about just how difficult they get. I agree. So we could go with like a few words and then everyone can
そ
help
う
out.
だね。
Let's see what a lot is. Let's see what they give
いいよ。
us. Let's
はい。
see how difficult it gets. Radcall says a lot. I went with a few
すごい。
words and readings. Not sure, says Michael. Let's find out.
すごいわね
That's amazing. I'm sure you'll
それ
feel
じゃ
just at home living
日
here.
本でもきっと快適に過ごせるわ
She didn't believe me at all. Sugoi ne.
You probably can't
You probably can't switch back. Who knows? Yeah. Can't you save and reload? Probably. I didn't see a save button though.
さあ荷物を後ろに積んだら行きましょうか
Looks like it
長旅
changed
で疲れ
nothing.
たでしょ
Yomikomichu. It's loading. Yeah, it doesn't look like it actually changed anything.
うん。
Not yet, anyway. I figured maybe like a bunch of her words would become Japanese. But
ていうかさ、不思議だね。私たちさ、なんか変なさ、なんかバーチャルワールドみたいなところから出て
ne, we came out of a weird world, and
だけ
now
ど、なんか家族にあなたのことを任されたから。
yeah, she's telling us about our family. Yeah, how we were left in. She left. Our family left her in charge of us.
そう。
But we came out of like a weird spirit world.
私たちの家族は誰なの？なんか。
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe we have to find that out. Ho ho ho! Okairi.
日本語で
Okairi.
は帰ってきた人にそう声をかけるの
All right.
すぐ中に入りましょうか風邪をひいちゃう
Catch a cold. You're an international student, apparently.
ただいま
Tadaima.
中に入る前に靴を脱いでね
What? Okay.
室内用のスリッパはローラが選んでくれたの趣味に合うかどうかはわからないけど
可愛いやつかな。
Let's see if my
どっ
slippers are
ちがいい
cute.
かしら
Oh, do we want bunnies or cats? Bunnies or cats? Let's let chat decide. What do you guys think? Bunnies or cats?
いいじゃん。すごい苦笑いのママだね。
She's smiling so hard. Cats, says Sarah. Cats is Michael.
おー。
Cats, cats. 4 votes for cats, 2 for bunnies, 5 for cats, 3 for bunnies, 6 for cats, 7 for cats, 4 for bunnies, 5 for bunnies, 8 for cats. Okay, cats. It's cats. Cats it
い
is.
いわね。
負けちゃったバニーが。
Oh, Yuki wanted bunnies. Wonderful. Try this then. Music is. What? What? Those are the slippers. Those are not cute at all.
これだったんだ。
Looks like I'm about to go to like a host club. Oh, not bad.
どう？気に入っ
Well,
た
do you like them? Oh, I can change them.
あ、ちょっと見てみたい。あ、でもさ、これでもし次選べなかったらさ、どうしよう。
そうだね. I like them.
よ
It's
し
fine.
それじゃあ明日はきちんと早起きするようにね。
Oh,
学校初日でしょ。
already? I just got here.
そ
You
う
gotta go to school already?
やばいね。
Wearing slippers in the Genkan. Yep, already out.
やばいぞー。
Neko ga suki desu, says
どう
Radcliffe.
だ？お兄ちゃんを部屋まで案内してくれる。
I'm already your big brother. Okay.
お兄ちゃんを
この子がうちに来るって聞
You've been
いた
calling
か
ho
ら。
ho ho that
ず
since you
っ
knew
と
he would
そう呼
be
んでた
staying
も
here.
のね。
Sukka, sukka.
あらあ
Blushing.
ら。それじゃあ二人ともまた
I
明
just
日ね。
realized they got the mouth is moving and everything. They put a lot of work into this. I can see why it took them 5 extra years.
ね
The original like concept shots of this game were not this good looking 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Rora's
部
looking
屋
at the
まで
floor.
案内するね。
Oh, she's suddenly not shy. Thanks. Jamming out.
このお部屋だよ。
Thanks.
結構
スペースは十分だね
大きい。
お母さんと私で昨日一日かけて綺麗にしたんだ。
どうもありがとうございます。
Arigatou
気に入ってくれるといいな。持ってきた荷物の片付けは好きな時でいいからね。 ああ、でも長旅で疲れてるなら今日はやめた方がいいか。
I missed the last line. What did she say?
長旅で疲れてるから今日はやめた方がいいか。
Nani yo? I didn't listen to what
あの
she wanted. What I should do.
あ、荷物のアンパッキング。
Ah, unpacking it.
うん。
This room is huge. It looks like a very small team made this game. It got
Ne.
some rough edges for beginning in development, like 8 years.
そうく
For like 8
く
years.
れたス
Fair
リッパー
enough.
がさ、ちょっと目立ちますね。
Mm.
スリッパーが目立ってます
The
ね。
slippers, they're pretty, they're pretty intense. All right, is everything okay? Let's ask.
う
Just a little
ん、あ
tired.
りがとう。
Yeah, I
ち
was
ょ
on
っと
a plane.
疲れてて。
Me
ど
too.
うやってコミュニケーション取ってんだ？
She's just speaking Japanese. I've got perfect Japanese, obviously.
わ、明日から学校に行くんだよね。
That is, yes, I will be.
今日は早く寝て明日に備えないとね。
You have to go to bed early.
私もそろそろ寝るね。また明日。
See you later.
おやすみ。
Yasumi.
おお、いきなりフレーズく
Yeah,
れ
it
た。
takes quite a while to get into the learning.
おお、
Okay,
月
it's
曜日
Monday.
だ
It's
ぞ
Monday. Would you like to save the game? Maybe no and get bunny slippers? No, yes, it's fine.
あーあ、
You can
でも
always
違
come
うやつにバニースリッパーできるね。
はい。
あ、
戻る。
セーブコンプリートした？
I think so. Did I have to click it?
うん
Today's the first. You can use your closet to change out in and out of your school uniform. Tamami-san should be waiting for you downstairs. Okay.
はい、頑張ります。
Would you like to change into your school uniform?
Hi.
Yes.
おお、一発で変わったぜ。
My school uniform is.
でもさ、ね、スリッパ
Did
が
something
目立
change?
ち
I
ます
still have the slippers on. Alright, do I get. Can I look at my map? No? Okay. Let's go.
いいですね。
You can run now. Will this turn into Persona 3? Yeah.
お
Whoa!
お、
Hi, Dad.
おお、よう
よ
やく会えて
ー
嬉しいよ。私は岩田聡だ。サトシ、日本での生活について聞きたいことがあれば、父親だと思って何でも聞いてくれて構わないからね。
Wakatta.
ほら、これをあげよ
Okay, so it looks like the level, choosing a higher level, did nothing.
お
おにぎり
くれた。
Paper. Just the onigiri paper. Or is it the actual
これは
onigiri?
う。おにぎりといって米を握って作る食べ物なんだ。
Oh, sweet. So
朝や昼ご飯によく食べるものだよ。
walk down the steps like Dad's like, here's an onigiri!
さてと、それじゃあまた夜にな。やらないといけない仕事があってね。
Serious face.
大変だ。
Okay, so I'm just walking around the house.
すごい広い
Speaking
お
of
家だ、
onigiri,
ね。
I'm hungry. What's up? Thanks. You're just gonna chill on that computer all day?
おお
You got a lot of icons on that desktop. You should clean that up. Clearly, it's a
それ
Mac.
ガールズ
This is what a
ズ
girl's
シング
computer
じ
looks
ゃない
like, is it?
そうじゃ
You
ない
got the Mac menu on the left. Okay. What's up?
おはよ
Yes. Okay. I should get going. I guess so.
Alright.
No. My breakfast is just an onigiri, eh?
あはいわかりました
Who's this? Oh, Dad.
おにぎりが
Working on the
右
iPad.
側に
I'm gonna take a few more onigiri.
Oh.
I cannot.
すごいお米がフライパンの中に入ってる
Holy crap! Why is there so much rice in the frying pan? Just a kid, LL, be nice.
チ
Fair
ャー
enough.
ハンかなチャーハン
The idle stance is the same as in Persona 5.
あほら She just a kid be nice って書いてあるよ
Come to Japan says, "Shut up, Dad. You didn't make it." Kid is at the same spot as the one in Persona 4, and okay, so it's very clearly
ああじゃあ
inspired by
ペル
Persona.
そっか
You can roam around your neighborhood whenever you have time. As time goes on, there will be more to do in Sakuracho, so make sure to visit as much as possible. Okay, so I know we're only like 10 minutes into the game.
すごい結構綺麗に作ってある
Yeah, it's
ね
very nice. Oops.
おなんかどっか行っちゃった
Okay, it's very
そ
that's
っち
very
学校なのかな
Yakuza.
え
No, it's a
ちょっ
graveyard.
と
I don't know.
レディー
We're
サ
not
ス
gonna go here. So my impressions overall so far is that it's a beautiful looking game. The voice acting is quite good. My second impression so far is that we haven't learned anything yet, really. Besides hikoki
そうだねあとおにぎり
and onigiri.
すご
飛行機のおにぎ
い
り
桜の花びらが
That's
めっ
beautiful.
ちゃ落ちてるよ
Yeah, the river is full, but there's still a lot on the trees too.
これ誰が掃除するのかな
Sakuracho's famous Hanami Bridge. The air is sweet here. Your school is still higher up the path, but it feels nice to take in the scenery here. You can hear panting. Oh, we're gonna meet someone?
どいてくださ
あ
Move
どうした
over.
どうした
Whoa!
すごいなすごい速さで
い。いったー。
It's your fault, man.
外国人
Yes, I'm a foreigner.
じゃなくて、
I mean, no.
痛いんだけど。
That hurt? That's
No.
your fault!
Shut
Tomate, I'll
up.
get up. Okay, so the Japanese starts popping in there and you can like check it out. So that's interesting.
あのね、道の真ん中に突っ立ってたら危ないでしょ
But you were running in the middle of the
車が来たらどうすん
road.
のまあ、
I guess I was
今も
running-
真ん中を走ってた
yeah,
かもしんないけど、
Kamoshinai kedo. Okay, she's using some
それは今どうでもいいから。
very real Japanese.
私、ひなみっていうの。あっちの方向に行ってたってことは同じ学校だよね。
でも
So
違
did-
う制服だね
Did they basically copy the Persona games then? Is that all that's happened here?
ちょうど2学期が始まったもんね。
Second semester just started.
で
You look
も
older
よ
than
く
me.
見た
Are
ら
you
ひ
a
な
third
よ
year?
り。あ、
We
こ
should
こ
stop
で
on the
立ち
main
止まら
road.
ない
Come
方
on,
がいいよね。
senpai, follow me. Okay, so they're throwing little words in here and there, which I guess you can check the meaning of. But I don't know. Are you supposed to just learn it when they pop up like that?
あどうしたこの人
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a new walking style. Sliding across the screen. I hope Atlas isn't too litigious. Yeah, we'll see. We arrived.
ここ
This
は
school
青
is
桜
called
高等学校。
Aozakura
略して青
Koto
高っていうと
Gakko.
こ。なんの
Wow.
ひねりもない名前でしょ
Koto Gakko. Mm-hmm.
うーん
Owl high for shirt. It's a shabby name, don't you think? It's a
青
long
は
name.
緑のものを指すこともあるから、制服はどっちの色でも OK なの。み
え
んな好きな方を選んできてるよ。
Interesting.
へ
So
ー
since blue can mean either green or blue, you can use either
Hmm.
color for your uniform.
まあ
Interesting.
ひな
Blue
は
is
当
better.
然可愛い方の青色を選んだけど、緑の方を着てる人もいるっちゃいるけど、
So I'm
数
the
は
rare
少
one?
ないね。あ、でもひなのお姉ちゃんは緑の制服だわ。友達が多いタイプじゃないから、先輩が
She
話
had
す機会
Heelys
はあんま
on.
ないか
Oh,
も。
is that? Was there some red? Yeah, what's going on? Is it already fall here? I thought it was just blooming sakura, and now it's middle of September.
そろそろ授業が始まっちゃ
Later.
う。そんじゃあまたね。
そんじゃまたね。多分。
あと、さっきはぶつかってごめん。
+1 for P4G. Alright, so back to my first impressions.
うん
We haven't really learned anything. There's a lot of cutscenes. I'm assuming if we go further, that will change. There's going to be battles and stuff, and maybe there will be stuff to learn. But as beautiful as it is, there's not. We haven't done anything yet. But I guess we've only been playing for like 20 minutes. And we haven't really learned anything. I guess if you do that beginner class, maybe you learn some stuff in that. I'd like to play more, but I'm really, 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 really hungry. So I think we're gonna stop for today. When the combat areas start, you will learn words. You use those words in combat. Okay, that's good to know. How far off are we from the combat areas, Michael? My high school dress code was plain white shirts, so kids started wearing slightly off-white shirts, so they made the rule gray shirts, so kids started wearing black. Kids will find a way, man. We'll find a way. I used to, my uniform was a green polo, so I'd wear like long sleeve band shirts underneath it. Next game day, 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're gonna head off today. So the first day is just learning, and then tomorrow we start learning words and stuff and getting into battle. Maybe we'll give it a shot again next week. We'll see. I'm intrigued. It looks interesting. It's very high quality for a Japanese learning game so far. We'll see if it's actually any good.
いろんな髪の毛の色の人がいるね。
Yeah, it's like Psyche K World.
ね。
Psyche K World is also very different color haired people. And the signs are all great. いじめは犯罪です. Wow, okay, so it's a crime to tease people. 地球
bully じゃない。
bully, yeah, to bully. 地球環境に役立ちます。
なんだろうね。
The high school. I can't see the full kanji on top.
あ、義援金だ。
義援金ご協力を。
They want supportive money なんですね。
It's fun, says Michael. I think a bit hard. Okay, let's see. Can I not save? I can't save. Okay, so you can only save at certain points. I have 3,000 yen.
あ、そうなんだ。
Config, exit menu. Can you not quit? Oh, there's quit. Okay. Are you sure you want to quit? Any unsaved progress? Yes, I'd like to quit. Okay. You guys have a streaming schedule. I really enjoyed the stream today. I'm glad to hear that, Melon. Thank you. It's the same time every week. We start at 10 o'clock. Quit the game. I'll pop up. What is this? This is us.
Hi.
Same time every single week. 10 o'clock we premiere a new video. And then when the video is done premiering, we have a little live stream. Next week, maybe the kanji version of the video we did today. Very Persona vibes in combat. Okay, that's cool. I really like the story. I would also like to know that. I just opened up.
まだ何にも習ってないね。飛行機しか。
So yeah, the game is very interesting. We've only learned the word hikoki and onigiri so far, but they are popping up words in chat and stuff. I like the idea that maybe the talking will eventually just become all Japanese. That's a very cool idea. Something that I think will be helpful. We'll play it a little bit more. Maybe next week. Although next week, maybe the kanji video, which is about 40, could be anywhere from 40 minutes to 90 minutes. We don't know yet.
あと来週はレと和のひらがなのさ、ティップもう一回やる？
レと和？
なんかさっき結構さ、リクエストをいただいてた。そのひらがなのティップ。
Some people were requesting tips on de and wa. So maybe next week we'll give you some tips on de and wa as well. Continue the tips with the hiragana. Might clip out some of the tips from today. We might even consider doing. It might be nice to have a series where, like, okay, so we have the main hiragana, katakana video where we learn them, and then we could have like side videos where we give tips on how to write certain hiragana. That could be a fun video and not that hard. Basically, where Yuki gives the tips and I just translate.
ね、それ私にね頼ってるよね。私によりますよね。それ
I'll have some tips as well.
本当？
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
あとねと。
Sashiburi lives fast, shreds faster.
お久しぶり。
Michael says I have about 3 hours into the game. Okay, nice. Well, let's see how many minutes I just played. Not that many, because it's getting late. We started like 42 minutes, which is quite a long time actually, since we haven't actually done anything. But that's okay. Like if it's a fun game and it actually ends up teaching you a lot later on, it might be worth it. I feel like for my level, I could understand more from Wagotabi, but the atmosphere in Koi is so captivating. With where I'm at with Japanese, I hope to see more Wagotabi. Yeah, Wagotabi, as a learning game, it's better so far. Like Wagotabi is definitely a better learning game at the moment. Koi may be the better game. I don't know yet. We have to go a little bit further. It's better graphics, yeah. Definitely better graphics. They're both interesting though in their own way. So I like the direction that learning games are going. They're getting better. That's cool. But we'll see. But anyway, today was fun. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I hope you had fun. I played like 10 minutes past you, Andy, and the initial beta is already over. Oh, is that it?
Just tortures Andy's Kana って書いてある。
Nimitz the Fish says the Wagotabi game, there's only about 10 more minutes of gameplay, and then it's over. Like it stops, the game stops. Is that true? Oh.
マジ
So there's no more after that. Interesting. That's good to know. So if we play Wagotabi for 10 more minutes, we're going to finish the game, basically, or where it's up to now. That's good to know. Okay.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、ベータバージョンだからそこで終わっちゃうってこと
Oh, the Android one at least. Okay. Well, we can try it on a computer and see if we finish it then. And then I can make like a full like, we can turn that into a full reaction? No. A, what's the word? Overall impressions video. First impressions video. So we'll see. All right then.
はい。
So it was fun, guys. Thank you, Yuki.
ね。
Arigato.
こちらこそ、ひらがなね、結構チルビデオでよかったよ
Yeah,
ね
it。was good. I liked it. Thanks, Dan.
はい。ありがとうございます。
All right, guys. Well, have a great
はい。
week. And we will see you next week
はい。
for more fun. お疲れ様でした、Soego. Thanks for hanging out.
ありがとうございました。
All right.
で、来週もね、ひらがなのチップやりたいね。
Yeah, we'll do some more tips for Hiragana
ね。
next week as well. This was so much better than doing homework. I'm glad to hear it. You too, Hideaki. じゃあまた Live Fast, Shred Faster. お疲れ Come to Japan で Michael Aaron おやすみ。
みんなお疲れ様でした。
ロネンさんありがとうございます。はい、お疲れ様でした。Thank you very much.
はい。
はい、ready? せーの。また次のビデオで会いましょうね。はい、see you later, guys. Bye bye. Thank you. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It should be this one right here. Bye.
そう